How you doing to me? Hey. What was that? What's that? I can't even see that, Cole. What's that?
Paolo Di Canio.
Oh, bloody hell.
What
the
a
man
player.
that gave a salute that nobody should on the pitch.
Yeah, but listen, mate, anybody who scores a goal of the season against Wimbledon is all right in my book.
Well, what can I say? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Anyway, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, Mrs. is away on work business. She's away. I'm left to my own devices. But we've got a bit of good news.
Go on.
Some of you all know I lost my my black lab of 14 years of age, but we bought a new puppy at the weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
Fox Red Labrador.
There we go. And name, Colin? Do we have a name?
Parsnip.
Parsnip. There you go. So if you see Colin and Parsnip around, come and say hello.
Indeed. I've already taken a photograph of him in a Don shirt.
Have you?
Well, it was Chat GPT actually, but I mean,
we'll look forward to seeing it, mate.
Yeah.
There we go.
You never know. It could be running out for the Dons anytime soon.
I say about the transfer window, anything's possible, mate.
Anything's possible.
But show 62 tonight.
Indeed.
Show 62. Who would have thought we're on the downward slope towards 100, Cole?
Incredible. It does seem that long ago we did show 50, does it? I mean,
12
mental.
It's crazy, isn't it? 12 weeks.
I can't believe people are still watching.
I know, right? And we appreciate it, Cole. We appreciate it, as always.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
Obviously, start the night, as we always do, by thanking Mr. Kaz at the Kaz Bar outside Gate 7 on a match day. And may I say, did me a massive favour because I didn't get a chance to get any food before going to the football on Friday. So it was nice to get a burger at Kaz before heading in for the Oxford game, Cole.
Oh, very good.
Very nice. Nice. It's always good food. Always. Anyway, on tonight's show, we have the usual features, the usual suspects. We've got Chris Kamara, the Luke Payne.
The Luke Payne of Chris Kamara.
I bet so you throw me off then. The Luke Payne review, the Chris Kamara of the MK Dons and Dons Unplugged world. We will be talking and discussing new signings, for which currently, Cole, there are 2. But we do hear other things are afoot. Maybe we'll talk about that later. We've got Chris and Ryan. We're doing team talk. We've got that one. So it's an episode. I think it's episode 9 this time.
Is it?
Yeah, nearly into double figures for them as well. So you've got another show. This time is the return.
Looking forward to show 50.
Well, exactly right. We look forward to that and the return of Chris, who's feeling better. So he's joined Ryan on this week's team talk.
Oh, good. I'm glad Chris is okay.
Yeah, good stuff. Glad to hear you're feeling better as well, Chris. We've also got what we call our in-house joke, injury of the week. It seems to be injury of the day at the moment. It should be, shouldn't it? So we'll be talking all things injuries at the stadium and seeing what we've got.
Yeah, we've got another 2 possible, maybe even 3.
Don't. I don't want to. I do want to talk about it. That's what we're here to talk about. But
who knows?
And Cole, it's that time of year again. It's that time of year.
The pop
transatlantic. There are problems afoot in Greenland. People talk about Trump maybe wanting to take it by force. Maybe he'll cut the lines of communication. But before he does, tonight we have Tony Robinson, our Accrington Stanley fan, live from Canada, Cole.
Probably,
hopefully, maybe behind a pot plant. We'll see. But they haven't got the lines just yet through Greenland, so hopefully we get to see Tony. So looking forward to having Tony on.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking all things to the build up to the Aki game as well. So yeah, and also tonight we'll be talking previews, everything Dons as always, and obviously the Oxford game and the FA.
And if we get time, I'm going to tell you the 3 things I hate about football fans, and I want people to vote on it. Which is the worst?
We could have done a poll if you'd have given me notice.
What?
We could have done a poll on the screen. You could have had a poll.
Can we?
Yeah, well, we'll have to do that for another time. But we can talk about it tonight, and I'll build one for next time.
Ooh,
but
it's
exciting, right?
Because somebody said something, and I thought, yeah, that bloody annoys me. And then I thought, hang on, that bloody annoys me as well. And then I thought, hang on, something else bloody annoys me. So there's 3 things I hate about fans, not Dons fans in particular. Just fans.
Is that it, Cole?
Yeah.
Upsets you. Feels like it's raining on you all the time, doesn't it? Oh, look.
At least it ain't snowing.
Well, yeah, but it's a starry night, isn't it, outside, I think? I don't know. There we go. See, the things we can do on this show, Cole.
Amazing.
Anyway,
technology gone mad.
Before we get into the agenda and go through, we have our evening roll call, of which is getting longer every week, I will say. So we'll do a few good evenings. We'll try and get through.
Oh, hang on a minute. Before we go any further.
Go on.
Can I apologise for my behaviour last week?
Why? Because we got told off by YouTube.
We got told off by YouTube. Because I dropped the F-bomb. So
don't worry about it.
So I'm not on the drink tonight. So hopefully I'm a bit better behaved.
That's a shame. Never mind. Don't worry. If it's after 10 o'clock, we can drop it. It just meant that we went into the 18 plus category last week.
Yeah, because I said the F word.
He did. That's true. He said Fleetwood Town. You heard it.
So if I offended everybody, Fulham. If anybody felt offended by what I said last week,
tough.
Well, you know what you can do, don't you?
You can foxtrot Oscar. Is that what you're going to say? There we go.
No, it was, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, somebody said that at one of the cup games, somebody sat behind them in the back row and kept telling them to sit down. And somebody said that, well, the comment was, I think it was Helen Botwood said it.
Helen or Karen or one of Carrie Ann.
It was one of the girls, I'm sure. So if it wasn't you, Helen, I apologise. It could have been Carrie Ann. It could have been Sheila. Karen, Sheila, anybody. And they said, what would you have done? I said, I'd have turned around and told them to...
Exactly right. Doesn't matter, Cole. It made me...
Anyway.
Far be it from us to change...
It has been noted, I've been drinking.
Not at all. It was good fun. And it was quite funny being told off by YouTube, wasn't it? Anyway, going on a roll call. Good evening, Matt. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining, as always. Number 2 on the list is Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann, good evening. She says, hope you're all well.
Carrie Ann.
We are, actually. I'm feeling weirdly, Carrie Ann. There we go. Emu's naked again. Emu's naked again. I'm feeling weirdly positive. Even
so am I. We've got some much better fixtures coming up. So
we have, and I thought the lads.
Accrington are not going to be easy. Let me just say that now. We'll deal with that in a little while. But Accrington are not going to be easy.
And we're going to deal with the Oxford game as well. But I'm going to say before we get into that, whilst we're going through the roll call, they did us proud last week, Cole. I thought they did last Friday. I was really, really impressed with the way we played against a team who were 2 levels up and a club that have got quite a few more quid on paper for their squad. And I thought we were the better team until we started to tire out.
We didn't embarrass ourselves. I thought we'd done okay.
We did all right. Anyway, Ashley's joined us. He says, evening, legend. Hope you had a good birthday.
Colin the traitor. What the hell's going on?
I really like that, Ash. Thank you. You've made my day. Oh, I did have a great birthday. Thank you very much, my friend. And thank you for asking. Evening from Huddersfield. So Chris is doing some scouting. Hope you had a good birthday as well. Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate the kind
Is that Sir Chris of Botwood Hall?
It is Sir Chris of the Botwoodshire. Should be a Royal Courtesy, shouldn't it? Or a barrel. There we go. But he's obviously doing some transfer.
Come on, Chris. Break some news. Come on. Do a deal.
We've got Ben Wiles from Huddersfield. You never know. Chris might have a few more up his sleeve. You never know. Craig Johnson. Good evening, fellas. It must be. It must be Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
It is.
Yeah.
Thanks for that insight, Cole. Double checked. Here we go. Harry's joined us. Evening, legends. Hope Aiden had a good birthday. I did again. Thank you, Harry. I appreciate that. Hope you're well.
Sorry. I wished you happy birthday on the Facebook, didn't I?
On the Facebook. You did. Yeah. Well, you wished it to me in person as well on Friday as well. So.
I'm good like that.
Yeah, you're good like that. Anyway, moving on. Jonathan Harries, one of the backroom staff of Don's Unplugged, says, are you signing Joe Taylor, Chris? Cole, what's your thoughts?
I haven't got a clue who Joe Taylor is. No, I haven't got a bloody clue.
I'll leave it there. Anyway, so good evening, Aidan
Ole,
and Colin.
ole, ole, ole.
Are you going to be there, John? That's the question.
Yeah, you're going, John. Me and Aidan are going. We're taking
Yeah.
Big Ollie with us.
Taking Big Ollie, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Steve Bottomley's joining us as well, all the way up from Yorkshire.
Sonny Shefford.
Sonny Shefford. From us. Hold on. It's double checking. I must be on a different time zone. It's pitch black outside here. Anyway, but I hope you had a lovely day, Karen. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
George has joined us as well. George says, evening, guys. It's been an interesting week with new signings coming. And, George, we'll be talking a bit more about that because there may be more on the way before the week is out.
There might be one announced tonight because there is a medical going on or gone on.
Yep.
At Stadium MK today, as reported by Peter O'Rourke, trusted journo. Normally when Peter says anything, it's a done deal. So we are expecting. So if it breaks while we're on air, let us know. Yeah, but we know the name. Obviously, I think everybody knows it. It's Curtis Nelson from Derby County.
Yeah, obviously to be confirmed, Cole. But yeah, it's looking likely.
Yeah.
But the door is revolving both ways, so there may be things going.
Yeah, we have heard a little whisper, so we'll let that go in a little while.
Maybe a careless
with another exclusive.
Russell's joined us as well. Russell said, "Evening, all. Look forward to another great show."
You're on the wrong channel, Russell.
Yeah, about to say, I don't know what you're watching, my friend, but this is definitely not it. But thank you very much, Russell. Good to have you as always. Mr. Danny Carroll has joined us. He is in the building. His evening legends and Colin. You are on the Caribbean Stallions tonight? Colin?
Not tonight. I'm giving the alcohol a rest tonight. I'm on a dry January.
Dry January, or for one night only.
Well, for 1 week anyway.
Love it. Anyway, we've got another one here. It says CC £25 watt. It's absolutely worth it for that spectacle. We got it right all along. Absolutely.
Well, we got our money's worth, didn't we? We got 30 minutes.
Well, I said to you, didn't I? I said
penalties.
We got penalties. It's 25 quid's worth, and we got it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lecco's is still in orbit and yet to be found, but we'll come on to that later as well. Karen said, "Would love to see the new puppy, Colin." Yes, we will get a picture up once Parsnip is up and.
Well, at the moment he's still with his mummy, Karen. So in about 3 weeks' time, he's going to make a guest appearance live on the show.
Well, it's funny you say that because you and I, without knowing, unbeknowingly, both got new pets this week. So you've got Parsnip, and we rescued a little kitten from the RSPCA who'd been living out of a dustbin. Although we have a cat, so it's about keeping them in separate rooms and slowly doing the introduction. But Oliver, who is 11 months old, little black cat, so he seems very happy and very pleased in his little warm room. It's nice to be loved, right? So there you go, Cole. Telepathy. You and I have both got pets this week, so there we go. You're right.
I don't know what to say.
That's all right. It's fine. It's a rescue cat. I was like, it was my birthday day out. We went to have a look just to see what the cats were and ended up taking one home. But there we go. Danny said, I saw Colin in Welly with his parsnip hanging out. It's been cold lately. Oh, Danny, where have you been?
He was going to be called Humbug, but my missus decided on Parsnip. So
did she?
That was it. I didn't get a lot of say in the matter. So Parsnip will be live on air in about 3 weeks' time.
Good. We look forward to it. And I'm glad you found one. Matete, the Emerson
Valley Sabio.
Well,
do you know? Hang on a minute. I've just thought of something. Have we got a song for Patterson?
We have, but it's not really.
How about Pato? He's better than Cristiano.
We could do that. Ask Mr. Jonathan and the Don's Action Lot. I'm pretty sure they've got a few up their sleeve.
Yeah,
we've got a bit okay. The Emerson Valley Sabio. Well, Harry, we'll talk about that. I actually quite was impressed with him, to be honest.
Emerson Valley Eusebio.
I like it. These are the things you need printed.
People bring up the stuff on here.
Imagination, right?
Well, I think people have been drinking.
Have they? What, your funky monkey? Cheers. Anyway, there we go. Next one up was from Kane. He said, "Hello, generally nice to meet you in the club shop Friday." Kane, was your good self, of course. Nice to meet you too. First game I got to in a while, and I hope you enjoyed it, Kane, as well. It was.
We said hello to Kane in the shop.
Nice to see people. Always nice to see people. But yeah, really appreciate you watching the show again, Kane. Greg said, "How has Lecco not had his contract burnt yet?" Well, I think it was
Not
stuck
for
to
the
the back
not
of
for
that
the one
football.
of us trying.
It's a weird one, Craig, right? Because everyone was willing the guy to do well, hoping that he was going to score. Obviously, the band during the game, but
Right.
I've never seen
Is there
someone.
anybody here that when he walked up to take that penalty, did anybody on here think he was going to score? I didn't.
I wished he was.
It was really. I tell you, mate, I mean, let me get this right. Fair play to him for stepping up to take the penalty.
Not easy.
Fair play,
Yeah.
because there was quite a few notables that never stepped up,
True. Yep.
unless Collins was supposed to be the last man. I don't know. Anyway, but fair play to him for standing. But mate, you've got to hit the target. If the keeper saves it, fair play, play. But you're not even hitting the target.
No, I agree, mate. I agree. But I mean, everyone was willing him on, and the only thing that frustrated me was for someone with such pace, he was jogging. So I don't know if he's,
not closing players down. And then when he got the ball at his feet, he ran down the wing like a greyhound. It was unbelievable. And then 30 seconds later, he's back to jogging again. He should be putting that work rate in all the bloody while. Exactly. I'm sorry, there is no excuse. He's a lovely bloke. Both me and you have spoken to him. I had a hell of a conversation with him one night when he was when he hadn't quite come back from his fitness. Lovely guy. And I shook his hand, wished him all the best, and I really wanted to see him do good. But I'm sorry, for the good of John and the club, he's got to go. Got to go.
Sad one. I feel that way, Cole, but I can understand it. I mean, obviously, the player that I make notable point about was equally as ineffective for the game. I don't even know why he was on the pitch, to be honest. But
yeah, there you go.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, evening, Dons and Donettes from Grant. Evening, Grant. Thank you for joining. Another one here as well says, hi, lads. Let's have a great show from Bomber Harris. And again, Arthur, lovely to see you on Friday as well, mate.
Yeah, we saw Bomber on Friday. Nice to see you.
If you see
come on, Bomber, get that RAF jacket and hat on. I want to see it.
Yeah. And if you see Arthur at the stadium, ask him about his poached eggs on his cruise. I'll leave it there. Very comical. Enough said. Good evening, you Dons legends from Ryan. Ryan, thank you for joining, mate. Hope you're well. Ryan. Hopefully you've got the day off work as well. We have got another one here for I think it's Albie, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, good grief! I could list 100 things about football fans that wind me up. That
we asked Albie on.
I said, message me, DM me, send it to me, and we'll get him on.
Can we get him on tonight? Is that possible?
We could probably try. If he DMs us, we'll see what we can do. We can see what we can do.
Albie, if you DM Aidan now or within the next, and you're fully clothed.
If not, next week. Well, then I love that's your go-to call. If you're fully clothed.
To Aidan, and we'll try and get you on tonight. If not, next week. How about
that? Absolutely. There we go.
I like Albie.
He's a good lad. Chris said, I'm off to Bradford tomorrow. So give me some good news or a hint around Nelson signing or others. Nelson's are pretty much a done deal.
It looks that way, unless he fails the fitness, the medical. But we do know he has been a bit of a sick note.
He has, although, without saying too much, next week could be interesting, Chris. Could be interesting. You
got something wrong with your eye?
Definitely got something wrong with my eye.
Okay.
It's like something's just struck right there. Strike. Is it strike or strike? Striker struck. I don't know. Anyway, we'll leave it there, shall we? Don't feel any different to Leka, either positive or negative in regards to his penalty miss. It happens. Better players for us missed more important penalties, and it happens. Absolutely, mate.
Yeah, it does. It was the work rate on the pitch that done me.
Yeah, it happens, mate.
Considering he came on as a sub, he could have blasted his arse, and really gone for it.
Yes, I am, guys. He's coming to Aki. Look forward to seeing you, John. Hope you.
Where you Dons Unplugged at, John?
Yeah. Otherwise, Colin will slap you. Yeah. I'm telling you, he'll slap me.
I'll tell the steward not to let him in.
That's the one. Jeff says, who will replace in defence? That's an interesting one.
I wouldn't have thought he'd replaced Offord. He obviously I can see us going 3 centre halves at the back. That's my prediction.
Well, I mean, again, Offord can play defensive midfield. That's where he played for Crewe.
I mean, there's one thing that not everybody knows. He's only played 2 games this season.
He has,
as far as I know. Whether he's,
I don't think he's been fit for a while, Cole. To be honest, I could be wrong.
He was left out the Derby County squad.
He was.
and I'm still not sure if he's registered on there, but whatever. Anyway, he's only played 2 games, so whether he's match fit is Anyway, great match Friday. We sat next to Patterson's dad for the match. Really nice bloke. Probably should have told him the pizza we shared with him had chili on it, as he kept nipping on in the second half.
Oh dear,
I like it.
Like that quite a lot then, Grant. That'd be quite funny. Bless you, mate. Louis QB1 evening as well. He said, "Don't forget O'Rourke said Paul Warren declined to speak to MK. He's not always right." Well, this is true. This is true. Although the interest from what we hear inside Stadium MK from unnamed sources is equally as hot about the topic. Let's put it that way. So
yeah.
It's more than likely, but yeah, absolutely right on the wall. And got that one wrong. Absolutely.
No, we don't. We don't know. We presume. I mean, we've been told we've got 2.5, haven't we? We've been told there's probably 4/5. That means 4/5 have got to leave. Now we've been told we're mentioning no names. We've heard rumours, but we've heard 2 are going to go out on Monday. Is that right? Is that what you?
Monday, Tuesday. If everything goes by Monday, if everything goes the way
we don't know who. We don't really know who. We've heard. It's unfair of us to speculate. Well, not speculate. Suggest the names that we've been forwarded are true. I don't want to start that rumour off, because before you know where it is, it'll be over bloody X and shit.
Yeah, and then it won't happen, and he looks silly.
And then it won't happen, and the club will blame us. So we're not saying nothing. But yeah, we've been told probably 2 out on Monday.
By Monday, potentially.
By Monday.
But I think
I think you'll have a fair idea.
Yeah.
On Saturday, providing we've got I think you'll have a fair idea.
I think so, Carl. I think from what we've been told, again, unnamed sources, but I think some of it hinges on what's coming in the door as well as before going out. But there's lots of jigsaw pieces, but a lot should be going on. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's going to be a busy week, I think.
Absolutely. Ash said after Friday, I think there's at least one player I think is out the door. It's not Hogan. It should be. Ash. I
told you
he offers nothing.
I said last week my guesses were leaving the club. Hello, Chris Turner.
Hey, Chris.
My guesses were Hogan, Lecco, deregister Thompson, and I also felt that KTS would go. Sorry, that's through me, Sheila. I also felt KTS would go. And that's more enforced in my mind now because of Ben Wells and Jay Mattetti.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to know what it is, Ash? If you can type it out, stick it.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, so if you type it out,
if it's principal or just asterisks off the bits that aren't.
Chocks away.
Arthur's highlights of a great show from Bob and Harris. Chocks away, absolutely. And again, as always, Arthur, always happy to have you on the show, mate, and love to see you as well. Hogan out, hopefully, Russ. I hope. Unfortunately, at the moment, that is not the rumour I've heard.
Somebody said to me on Friday, I haven't got a good word for Hogan. I said, have a word with Aiden. He's got loads.
Yeah, and they're not good either.
And none of them are very good. And we would get another warning, wouldn't we?
Well, we probably would, but it's not quite 10 o'clock. So after 10, we should be all right.
Oh, okay.
I had to leave second half of extra. So yeah, I mean, it was interesting, Ryan. It was interesting. Obviously, you've probably seen the highlights, but I still think right until the penalties, I think we could have nicked it, but we just looked.
We could. Yeah. We had opportunity. Both keepers made decent saves. Both keepers made decent saves. So
again, I didn't for a team in the championship. We'll come on to. I didn't think they sort of stood out really, Ryan, which is credit to us. I thought the boys did us proud.
Which makes me think. I don't think this is just me.
He was Grant. Yeah.
This division doesn't really suit us, but I think League One or the Championship would. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get you. My concern is that the thing that could hinder us going up automatically.
Well, obviously, sometimes I think we've just got to find a way out of this division, whatever it is, and go up. And I think I'm not saying we're going to find it easier, but I think it will suit us. Oxford let us play a lot, didn't they? They gave us a fair bit of room. We don't normally get that amount of room when you're playing a second division.
No, you don't. You don't. Harry, I mean, to be fair, I'd probably shut the show down if I actually said what I generally thought.
It was X-rated, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be concise, but I just think the guy gives us nothing. Absolutely ineffectual. For a guy, how do I word this? For a guy that may or may not be touting himself to higher divisions because he feels he should be there.
Surely not.
I mean, you've got to start showing again as a championship side, Mr. Hogan. If you think you should be in the championship, maybe I'll show it against the championship side. You offered nothing.
Go to the championship. We could do with a good laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, Harry, I've got to the point I'm exhausted by him, mate. Every time I see him on the pitch, I'm just like, why? You could pick anyone out of the crowd and they would do a better job.
Well, we never run players down on this show, do we? Never run players down, do we?
I'm saying nothing, Cole. I'm saying, you know why I have my feelings about him? It's because of his attitude and how rude he was, and I'm not going to forgive him for that anytime soon, especially to fans that pay hard-earned money to travel across the country, and he speaks to them like they're a bunch of prats. Not on in my book, mate. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to go on to a Hogan rant, so I'll shut it down. Okay. I was working and listening to the commentary, and when they said Lecco was second, I had a feeling on his... Yeah, I mean, it was one of those.
I think nearly everybody in the cowshed thought he'd miss.
Yeah, but everyone was willing him to score. It's like, I've never known a player with so much goodwill to do well. And honestly, Lecco is definitely one of those where people really want him to do well. I do. I still think there's a player in there. It's just so frustrating. But anyway, Craig said, what other player has an ego like that to go top bins in the shootout? Makes me feel that this was deliberate. Well, who knows, mate? Who knows? I mean, if it was deliberate, that's pretty sadistic. But
I wouldn't have thought so.
Well, there you go. Sponsored by Greg's. Other brands are available. Donut time?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, Kane said, I wasn't surprised when Lecco missed, but I was disappointed. I know he can do it. I mean, it's this thing, mate. Everyone wants the guy to do well. It's so frustrating. So frustrating.
Well, he's a don. At the end of the day, he's a don, isn't he? We all want him to do well.
We do. And like I say, the difference between him and Lecco, night and day, for him and Hogan, is the attitude is there. It's not off. It's just at the moment, his play is, for whatever reason, since that injury, ultimately, which I think is a mental block for him, in part, Cole. I still do, because he's never been the same since that injury, ultimately. Kane says, Evans, I was more disappointed with, to be honest, but it's not the end of the world. No, it's not, mate, to be fair. Again, the difference is he'll probably bounce back from it. He's offered up stuff in the past, whereas at the moment, Hogan, for me, has offered nothing all season and before. If Nelson's signed, can we get a big kiss me?
I like that.
That is good, Harry. That is good. You're going to have to dress up as Lord Nelson, though, and lay on the floor and make sure he does. That'd be quite funny. Hogan was better than Lecco. Sorry, I don't know what you've been drinking, Chris, but if you think that, mate, then you've
Chris
been,
Turner just likes to wind you up, I think.
Incredible. There we are. Anyway, Kane said, I was more disappointed. Yeah, we've already had that one on. I don't know what's that. Yeah, I did expect for him to be given how he played the game, but it's not the end of the world. We can focus on the league now.
I mean, honestly,
I agree, Kane.
At the end of the day, Kane, I agree. It's not the end of the world. We have bigger fish to fry. We're never going to win the FA Cup. We might have got a good draw. We must
have got another draw. Yeah.
Sunderland and all the rest of it. But, getting out of this division is priority.
It is.
We'll worry about it another day.
But again, yes, we lost, but we lost. But I think we went out on a high.
I think that's a fair shout as well from Chris.
Yeah, well, Chris, I'll leave it there. You may or may not be right about someone being discussed, particularly with a former Don that obviously we'll talk about is Mr. Orsi, who went to that lot down the road, who is now a permanent transfer back to Crawley, because that's how.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. It only took him just because of where he was playing, but he's no great shakes, no great loss to me, to be honest. Curtis Nelson had a knee ligament injury since January. Yeah, he was on the bench, I think, as Danny said at the weekend.
He's only played 2 games.
Yeah, it hasn't been too much. Hogan was making some good runs. Danny Boy didn't seem. Yeah, well, if you can keep running out the stadium, it'd be great.
Half an hour we've been reading comments out.
And that's good, right? It's nice. Nice to feel the engagement with the fans. Absolutely. Keir Starmer wants to ban X in the UK because Aiden keeps asking for Scott Hogan in the Düsseldorf kit.
Let's not talk about Keir Starmer.
Yeah, you've upset Colin now. If you heard about Mateta song from... Yes, I know.
I don't know it.
I'll tell you after the show. I hear Keir Starmer wants to block... Yep, so asking Gronk to make Scott Hogan a Bayern player. Do you know what? He wouldn't even be fit to walk through the door as janitor, to be fair, Danny, at that club. I'll leave it there. And Ash said as well, he said, to the tunes of Venga Boys, Boom, Boom, Boom. There you go, Cole.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I look forward to hearing it.
Enthralling, right? Ryan said, didn't look like the player wanted to pass Hogan off. No, they don't, because he's not a team player, Ryan.
Why would you want to pass it to him?
Well, yeah, to be fair, it'd be a wasted pass, wouldn't it? But there we go. But you're right, there is that friction there.
I have to say, I'm exhausted already.
Yeah, at this rate, you're going to make it a regular feature. Aiden slags off. I wouldn't say slag off. There's evidence behind my.
By Monday, we won't have to do it.
Maybe come the end of January, I might regrow my hair because he's gone. As long as Kelly doesn't go again, Grant. Who knows? We've heard lots of things.
We've heard stories about him, haven't we?
We've heard stories about a few people, haven't we? Cornelson, the Admiral.
Russell.
What a guy! What a guy!
Russell, you've hit something there.
Yeah, and then Simon Marshall. Well, we've got Bomber Harris as well. He could make it a club. But
I like that. We've got the really Colonel, the Admiral. Then if we sign anybody, come on, Paul Warren, sign someone called Marshall.
Well, that's what Colin wanted, wasn't it? Where did he went? He went to Germany anyway. So
Callum Marshall went to Germany.
He's gone. And last comment before we get into the rest of the show. Lecco has so many opportunities to prove himself, and he's failed miserably. Yeah, I agree, George. It's just frustrating because, like you say, somewhere after that injury, something's not right with him. I do hope if he does go that he goes on to better things ultimately. He's one of those players that's well liked. But there we go. Emu.
Anyway,
go on, Cole. Go on.
We've had a lot of chatting. Should we do a bit of Luke Payne?
A bit or a lot?
Well, how long is it?
Wow. It is 5 minutes and 24 seconds of possibly some of the best commentary and journalism you've ever seen.
Okay, then. Well, run VT then.
Right, we've got another game to cover, and this time it is the Oxford FA Cup game. And I've got to say, I was pleasantly surprised. I came into this expecting absolutely nothing, thinking we've got so few players available. Let's just, take it easy. If we get a result, then great. If not, then for me, the priority is, just don't get any more injuries, which, to be fair, I don't think we did. We had a bunch of kind of minor knocks. But, Paul Horn took a safety-first approach to this, which I totally appreciate. Basically, anytime anyone looked like they could be getting some kind of injury, right, you're off. Well, we're not risking anyone because the league is the priority. But then at the same time, we still put in a very, very good performance, and I would argue that we were unlucky not to win it in 90 minutes. Obviously, we were able to take the lead through Aaron Collins. Another strong set-piece move. Header back across goal, little flick on from Con Lemon Evans, and then obviously Collins got the final touch. And to be fair, it could have been more. I think Collins on his own had about a good sort of 4 or 5 chances to, double our lead. I think the one that people look back on is probably that 1-on-1, but that's as the one that he maybe could have done a little bit better with. But then at the same time, I think against the League 2 keeper, maybe would have gone in. And to be fair, their keepers had a very, very good game for them. Obviously, it ended up going down to extra time and then to penalties. But I think overall, we did a very, very good job keeping up with them. And to be fair, I say keeping up with them. I'd say to begin with, we were probably on top. It was only as we started to tire that they started to come back into the game a whole lot more. And they obviously had more legs than us going into extra time as well. And then at that point, we were just hanging on. The goal's obviously a little bit of a disappointing one. It was kind of out of nowhere nearly. long throw, didn't win the first contact, and it just falls nicely for them, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think the only other thing I'll say about that fixture is just to credit some of the young players that came in, especially someone like Callum Tripp, especially someone like Jack Burke as well. I think in Tripp's case, I mean, I've been very sceptical over him just from watching his pre-season fixtures alone. He just never seemed comfortable, never seemed to understand where he should be. I was so much more convinced against Oxford that he is the player that we all thought he was back when he kind of first announced himself as a very good player when he was, 15? I think he's, 18, 19 now. And then Burke came on and did a very good job as well in the absence of some of our first team defenders. Obviously unfortunate to lose in a penalty shootout, but I'm not going to be overly critical of anyone for missing as much as I'm sure some people will probably want to be. It's just one of those. It's a lottery. We had the advantages we could have wanted. It was down our end, and we got to take first. Those are the the prime conditions to win a shootout. But ultimately, it's still kind of pot luck, and it just didn't work out for us. But anyway, let's move on to the next game, which is Accrington. So we can now go full focus on the league, which is absolutely fantastic for us in some regard. Because ultimately that is our priority. The one thing we need to achieve this season is to get promoted. But I don't think Accrington is an easy test. Certainly not as easy as some will make it out to be. I know at the start of the season a lot of people had these down as a relegation team. I mean, I had them down as a relegation fighting team. I just personally didn't have them to go down. But they've been a lot better than that. They've been a very organised group, and they're very tough to beat. Very, very tough to beat. I've kind of got a theory with Accrington that they are better against the good sides in the league, and they've caused problems for just about everyone in the top 8, even if they've got the result. It's not, it's not been easy for them when they've had to go and face Accrington, and they also still have one of the best players I think we've faced this season in Isaac Heath. He caused us nightmares last time at Stadium MK. So assuming this game does go ahead, because I have heard the weather isn't great, but assuming it goes ahead, this will be a very, very good test for us, albeit it is the start of a run of about 8 games where I think we should be really starting to kick on. If we can get results in each of those 8 games, then absolutely fantastic. We can sort of kick on and get back towards the top of the league, because obviously Bromley have quite a huge advantage on us at the minute, but they're about to face all the top sides, which is obviously what we've just done. So it'll be an interesting game. It's obviously a tough place to go, Accrington, but let's be optimistic, and hopefully we can try and take the game to them. Come on, you Dons.
Thank you to Luke.
Yeah,
oh, by the way, I know Chris of Botwichar wanted some news, so I can share some news with you from a reliable source who was at the game, who will remain nameless. But there was a player playing for us in the County Cup last night, and I have a photo. Can you see who that is, Cole?
George Williams.
Georgie Williams is playing for the MK. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean?
He got nowhere else to play.
Well, all right. I'm trying to say, who knows? Who knows in MK shirt playing for the Cup?
Georgie Williams was playing. How did they get on, by the way?
I don't know. To be fair, I'll ask the question. I didn't even realise they were playing. So thank you to
that was the Bucks Cup last night, was it?
It was. Yeah.
If anybody knows how we got on last night, and I'm ashamed to admit I don't know.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, if anybody knows, let us know. Please, please, please. I'm
asking the question. Bear with me.
Is there any score in the Arsenal game yet? Anybody know that?
I don't know about the Arsenal. I'm not interested in that one. Sorry. I'm not interested in football today because my other team in Germany are playing and are 4-0 down currently. So forget football. We lost 3-2, by the way.
Oh, okay.
From our reliable source, who is, I would say, probably as knowledgeable about football in Milton Keynes as you could possibly get. And someone I call in a nickname the Guru. And that's all I'm going to say. But they are a guru. That's for sure. Anyway, interesting. Chris, hopefully it gives you a bit of tantalising news. I would personally love to see George back in an MK shirt. Love the guy. Love his commitment and passion to the club.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It'd be really nice to have a homecoming, but maybe it's just heart rolling ahead there. Again, love to know what everyone else thinks on that one. Ash said before we jump on, by the way, we have our distinguished guest, Tony.
China Sergeant.
Yeah, Tony's in the green room.
Do we know anybody called Sergeant?
Well, I'm sure we have. But yeah, so Tony's in the green room, so we'll bring Tony on in a minute to talk all things Aki, and then we'll go back to the Oxford game a little later.
I mean, one thing, Luke said we were unlucky during the game. Yeah, he's right. We were unlucky. We could have easily nicked it and all the rest of it. And I will say one thing, as bad as a couple of, well, it's not bad, but as poor as a couple of our penalties were, you can't knock Oxford penalties. Each one of them was spot on.
No, I agree. It was.
They showed their class there.
They did. Well, that's the difference, right? That's the difference in level of play, the difference in the players that you bring in the caliber. Even though they're struggling in the championship, they are still a good side.
Yeah, I noticed that, Kerry, and he was about 2 or 3 foot to the left or right, whichever way you were looking at it. Yeah,
it was interesting. I had the photo. I was trying to find it to share on the screen. I can't find it at the moment, Kerry Ann. But it was interesting. It was
Hogan.
Hogan, yeah, and well, no, Hogan and the team. There's clearly a gap. Yeah. It's just pathetic. It's sad, right? You're a paid professional. There should be team bonding. You should be, particularly for a player of his caliber, he should be front and center leading that with the championship experience, bringing people together, pushing for, promotion and G'ing the players up, not walking around like he thinks he's better than everyone else. I just think that's appalling. Anyway, thank you, Carrie Ann, for setting me back off on the Scott tirade. So, Cole, I think
people stop mentioning Hogan because it just winds out.
I tell you what, it's ironic because I do love Hulk Hogan from WWE days. He was one of my favourite wrestlers back in the day growing up.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul, and he's still more effective in death than that one is in life. Anyway, Tony is waiting patiently in the green room. So I think, given the fact that he is joining us, I believe, all the way from Canada this time, it's always good.
Unless he's had a trip back to Accrington to watch the Mighty Dons.
We can ask him. But always a pleasure to have Tony with us. He's all things Aki, and it'd be great to hear all things about the build-up to this weekend's game. Hopefully, if it's going on.
I think so. Weather's all right.
I think it's all right, isn't it? Tony, good evening. How are you doing?
You've got an Accrington shirt on tonight.
Yeah. Hiya, fellas. You all right?
Yeah, good to see you, Tony. Where are you today? You're back in the UK or are you in Canada?
Well, I'm back in. No, I'm back in Canada now. I've got my books, but no, I'm back in Canada, watching the snow and shoveling and all things Canadian.
All right. Okay.
Good stuff. So, Tony, I mean, obviously, it's new season, things are sort of progressed a little bit now. We're sort of through that Christmas phase. So, looking at Accrington, how have you found things? Are you sort of expecting to be where you are? Do you feel that you should be slightly higher? How would you rate the start of the season overall for Accrington?
And can you hear us, Tony?
Well, I think I before when I was in the green room there was a lot of people had Stanley too, and I was doing a lot of interviews pre-season, sort of making my case that I thought much better than. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're on a bit of a time delay, which is a bit confusing for us, but carry on.
Can you hear me okay or not?
Yeah, gotcha.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Getting sound.
Hopefully, Tony comes back in a second. There's always a technical glitch, Cole, but maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Tony comes back.
Yeah. Over you. Go on. I'm
He's back. I think he's back. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
No, he's gone again.
Okay.
No, he's back. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Over to
I'll tell you what, never a dull moment here, is there?
There is never a dull moment here, right? Tony, can you hear us?
It's the land of the midnight sun.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
we've got you. We've got you. You're just on a little bit of a delay, obviously, because you're in Canada. So, but go ahead. Tell us what you're saying. Think.
Well, as I said, I think in the preseason, a lot of people had us down and in being the case, defending the club, why I thought they were going to be relegated. And I think 7 matches has proved me right. The fact that we've been consistently hard to beat, winning goals and defending well. Moving up points in 3 matches over Christmas will move you up the table and in a nice, comfortable 14th. I'm very pleased to where we're at this point, and we're looking up the table as opposed to going down. So that's a feeling for Stanley at this time of season.
Oh, I think we got. Yeah, we're good. Sorry, Tony. Thank you for that. Sorry about the delay. So yeah, Tony. I mean, looking at the weekend's game and running into the home game for you against us, how do you see it playing out? Are you sort of expecting a robust sort of result, given the fact obviously Aki have had a bit of. I think we've lost him again, Cole. Oh dear. Never mind. We'll see if we can get Tony come back in a minute. You're right there, Cole.
Yeah, I'm okay.
It's one of those things, right?
Let's try to gather myself.
What would a show be like without technical glitches?
Well, it's not easy trying to go across to Canada.
It's not. It's not. Maybe there's interference from the warring parties in the US gearing up.
There could be flying bombers over to Greenland. Who knows?
Who knows? Scrambling the signals. We just don't know, do we? We just don't know.
Okay.
But hopefully he comes back. As I say, if he comes back, we'll try and bring Tony on.
Yeah, well, if we get Tony back in a minute, great. I mean, a lot of people that I've seen, things should be turning around. And Luke aspired to it a little while ago. Accrington are no fools. Accrington are no fools whatsoever.
No, I mean,
they started very poorly.
Yeah, they did.
But they beat Notts County at Notts County last time out. They haven't played for 2 weeks. They've had both their games postponed. But they beat Notts County. A few weeks ago, they beat Swindon 4-0.
They did. Yeah.
Bromley only managed to get past them one. So
let's not forget, Cole.
If you're going up there thinking you're going to see the Dons absolutely blow them away, I think you'll have another thing coming.
Well, like we said, in September, they beat us 2-1. They're nobody's fools, Cole. I mean, that's the thing. They're nobody's fools. I was trying to say to Tony, obviously, unfortunately, with the issues he's got, and hopefully we'll get him back. But how do you see this playing out? I know a lot of fans will say, oh, it's quite an easy game. It's a good one to go. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit more concerned about this than I've been with a few of the others, to be honest.
I'm less concerned about this than I was going into Swindon and play people like that.
Yeah.
But this is not a banana skin, but I just can't emphasize enough how dangerous they are. I really cannot emphasize. They really are. I think it's going to be bloody close. I really do.
I do. I think Tony's back. Let's see if we can try and get him back in. Tony, can you hear us okay? No, we can see you, but we can't hear you, Tony. I don't know if there's a...
Okay, let me just see what I've got.
We can hear you now. Can you hear us okay?
Oh, yep, loud and clear, just like your next door.
There we go. We're back, Cole. We're back.
We are.
Fantastic. So, Tony, again, sorry for the technical glitches. Not sure what's going on there, but thank you for making the effort to get back on. I think, as you say, like you were touching on it a little bit, but like I think what Colin and I were saying before you came back on is start of the season didn't seem too good, but the last sort of build up, beating Notts County last game out, there was a Swindon game where obviously you beat them 4-0, and again both in the challenging for the promotion slots at the moment. So, do you think there's been a bit of a turnaround in fortunes? And if there is, what do you seem to put that down to ultimately?
Well, I think the start of the season was there was a weight on the shoulders. They didn't want the same start as they did the year before, which was 8 games and only 3 points. And they went quite a few games without getting that first win, and you could feel the pressure a little bit around the club. But then they started getting the wins and getting players back. You can't overstate the value of a Sean Wally to the club. And the fortune of the club seemed to take an uptick when he returned and put some pressure up front. And then we got Paddy Madden starting to score. And I think that game again, where he got some really nice goals, and that seemed to sort of kickstart the that half against Swindon. The first half was probably the best I've seen Stanley play in a long, long time, and that's given them a lot of confidence. And although they weren't playing the best over the Christmas holidays, they were playing good enough to win. And as I said, you get 9 points in three matches, and that makes going into January that much nicer for all Stanley fans.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And I think, looking at those last 5 games, they lost 2, won the last 3. Seems that the danger man has been Tyler Walton with 5 goals in 10 games, which is a really good return, to be fair, Tony. But as you say, he's been out since November and on the road to recovery. Again, I'm not too sure what the issue was there, but do you feel like, again, those key players coming back are going to make the difference for Stanley in terms of pushing up the table? Do you feel like now's the time to push on?
Well, I think the problem with Tyler Walton is it's a serious injury, and there's talk that he may miss the rest of the season. So there's no set return date for him. Yeah. But you've got, as I said, you got Paddy Madden up there, sorry, and Sean Wally, who's chipping in with some goals. So yeah, they're picking up the slack, but you've got to give a lot of credit to other areas in the team. They seem to be getting, they are getting on the back 3, and we're hoping with the bit of the break on since January 1st that we might see Paddy back and also Farron Rawson on the back 3. So I think if you look at our goals against, we're pretty good in the league. It's where scoring goals, but that seems to be picking up as well. So we've got players like Isaac Heath that I think you noticed him when I think we talked about him in September, and he did have a good game against you guys. I think at the time, I think I don't think even I predicted a win. I think I was looking for a draw against you guys.
Yeah, I believe you were. I think 1-1 if memory serves correct.
Yeah. And so I was thrilled, obviously, to get a win. But we do seem to play up to the teams that are in the top half of the division in the playoff position.
Yeah, the lad that did our preview, you probably never watched it. We always get a lad does a bit of a review of the last game and a bit of a preview.
Yeah.
He did say the very same thing, that Accrington seemed to play better against better opposition.
It's true.
Yeah.
If I go into a match confident, they generally don't do well. And so if I, like against Notts County, to be honest, I didn't expect a result. I thought it maybe if they get lucky and they can keep it close, they can nick a draw. But 1-0. And a good performance. I think when Stanley goes to play, especially in an away team, a big team, they get the crowd against their own players. That seems to help, because Notts Forest fans seem to turn on their players in the second half, and we all know that doesn't help the players. So
you're not playing Notts Forest, are you? No, Notts County.
Notts County. But we've got and got to give credit to Isaac Sinclair too, who's playing. He plays in the midfield and up in the top three. Like he'll go up there with Wally and Madden, and they'll rotate positions, but he can link up pretty well from the midfield to the forward line. You know, we've got some consistency. Although I think the lineup that we'll see against you guys on Saturday, if the game goes ahead, will be probably about 4 changes from what I see from when we played.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, against County, you couldn't name a full bench, could you?
No, we've been short on the bench, and there's a rumor going around now that there's a possibility that one of the best defenders, I think, in the league in the back line is Ben Ward, that we got last year from Burnley's development squad. There's apparently what I'm hearing. I haven't confirmed this yet, but what I'm hearing is from a League One team. So hopefully that doesn't come to fruition, and hopefully he'll be playing on Saturday. But he's a talented player. But you've got he came from non-league. Devin Matthews, Isaac Sinclair, and they've all developed nicely under Doolin and Jed Brennan. And criticism of those two guys at the beginning of the season not having enough experience. But with the, obviously the club will stick with those guys, and I think they've been proven right because they've developed these players into quality players that are getting results and getting noticed.
Tony, I'm not aware of Accrington and what their finances are like. Have you got rich owners or anything of that nature? But I know it. I mean, you just said that you potentially got someone coming in for one of your players. I know you haven't made any signings yet. Is that right? Or
yeah, well, if you look at the budget, our budget is around about 1.9 million. So it's the lowest budget in the league. And to be fair, you don't know the ins and outs of the club and don't follow them day to day. There's people going to look at that financing and the wage bill and say, how can they compete in League Two? Which is a fair question. But they've been doing it for 20 years. They came back in the league in 2006, and they've been the underdog, I would say, every season. And they've overachieved. In every year they've overachieved. When you can get a player that's been somebody comes in and offers you 300,000 or 400,000 for you when you're on a budget of 1.9, it's hard to turn it down because because one of the revenue streams at Accrington is that they bring in players, develop them, and sell them on. We don't have a rich owner. The club has been up for sale unofficially for the last couple of years. It's between Blackburn and Burnley. We've within 45-minute drive, you've got Liverpool, Everton, City, United. So we struggle for support. And we have to rely on gate receipts and other revenue streams. And if you can sell a player for a club like us,
you're in a position basically that we've been in for years and years and years. If anybody came in with money, we couldn't turn it down. But now we're in a position where we are the aggressors, if you like. We can go in.
Yes.
I'm not sure whether you're aware, but we've now got billionaire owners. Pete Winkleman sold up. We've now got Asian money coming into the club. And we're making some big signings. So, we understand how you feel. It's bloody horrible sitting there and thinking. I mean, January used to be a time for us where we were sitting there and thinking, if we can get to the end of the month and we haven't sold anybody, we've had a result.
Yes. And I think they'll bring somebody in the way of probably the loan market. If Ben Ward goes, they'll look at bringing somebody in. I don't see them putting money out to spend. I think they'll just try and bring somebody in that way if Ward goes. But I think they do need to add somebody in the midfield and maybe another center back. Because as you pointed out, we have been short on the bench. we've got a couple of players who've got out on loan to non-league clubs, but they were on the fringe anyway. So I think you might see, if Ward goes, we might see him bring in 2 or 3, but they'll all be loan deals.
Right. Would you be surprised to see Ward not in the squad on Saturday?
No, I won't be. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, right.
I just don't know how far the negotiations are ongoing, because although this club has put in a bid, it's not the amount's not been agreed upon. The wages and details have not been agreed upon. So
right.
I think the bid has been put in to scare off other teams in League One, to say that we're serious and we're the front runners. You guys back off, kind of thing. I think that's where it sits right now.
Right. As is always the way, we have to talk about former Dons, and of course you've got Charlie Brown, who's scored against us before. I'm not sure how he's getting on this season. I think, yeah. You signed him on. You signed him on in January. He likes to move in January, does our Charlie?
Yeah,
we got him in January. You took him off us in January, and or something. He went to another club.
He went to Morecambe, and then he came to
Morecambe,
yes,
and now he's at you again, isn't he?
Well, I think he come over from Morecambe because of Jed Brennan connection, because Jed was the manager at Morecambe. But he's played well, and I think he might be out injured at the moment. But we'll see. When he's played sort of in that midfield on the wing kind of position, and he's got quality crosses into the box, and if he's fit, I would expect him to be part of the action on Saturday.
He's created problems for us in the past.
I like him. I like him. I think he helps the team. I think if he's healthy, and depending on the health of other players, I think if he doesn't start, I'll think you'll see him as a second half sub.
Right. Now somebody over the years that's created a lot of problems for us, and he's in your ranks, obviously. He scored 4 goals this season. He's getting on a little bit, probably not so mobile as he was. Paddy Madden. Can you tell us anything about his game this season, the way he's playing? I mean, he's almost on 700 career games.
He's when he come in, he was a bit slow on getting started, and I think that was probably because he wasn't match fit. And I saw him at the Wham for a couple matches before he clicked on the Swindon. And to be honest with you, I thought he looked like my accountant. I didn't think he looked like he was going to be a striker. And then that first goal against Swindon, where he just got the ball, it was like a pitch wedge golf shot over the keeper for Swindon. He used to play for Stanley, Connor Ripley. And he really kicked on from that game. So I like what I've seen. He's a goal threat. And the key is we've been getting the ball into the box when he's there. Indeed. And that was a problem before, is we weren't getting we were getting shots, but we weren't getting them on target. But now you'll see our efficiency rate in that area is probably 35-40%, which I
think that is the thing with Madden, isn't it? You've got to play it to him. You can't give him anything to run onto, can you?
No, and if you look at his, he plays well. He's played well with Heath together, where they've been doing the nice given goals. And I think the one thing with Heath now is that their teams are double or triple teaming him. So, and he tries to want to take everybody on. I think next stage in his game is that he's got to learn to dump that ball off after beating the first guy, hitting the open man, because there's somebody going to be open around that box, and then they have to be the go-between him and Madden.
Right. Do you want to read that out, Aidan?
Yeah, say there's a question that's come in for you, Tony. It's obviously we had Tommy Lee from you guys. Unfortunately, didn't work out. But what was your thoughts on? I mean, A, what was your thoughts on the transfer when it happened, and B, your thoughts on Tommy Lee in general?
Well, I was one of those guys that was ready with the taxi to drive him out. Really, to be honest with you. Next question.
Yeah, strangely, we've got a few like that. So if you feel you want to dip into us, we've got Lecco and Hogan that are more than willing. We're willing to get rid of.
I think the problem with Tommy, he had talent, and his body language was atrocious. If he didn't get the ball, or you could see him off the ball, where the cameras on wouldn't pick him up. When he was off the ball, he would just sort of be slouching, walking back. I think he was, I think coach, it must have driven them mad, because he just didn't like to play off the ball, and when he did, as I say, and he made a mistake, or didn't go his way, or didn't get a pass, his body language was incredibly awful.
It happens with that. I mean,
Tony,
the other thing
go on, Aiden.
So I was going to say, we talked about the transfer window, and obviously the worries you've got, and again, as Collins mentioned, we've been there, but flipping it the other side, is there any news of players coming in for you, or any particular players that you'd like to see come through the door in January?
Well, as I said, I think the only players that I can see coming in, louts in the midfield, we've got enough guys up front that sort of can rotate through. Josh Woods, Charlie Caton, they can rotate through the front. But I think we would need sort of an attacking midfielder. Defensively, we're in the midfield. We're okay with Liam Coyle and Seamus Keneally, who's at his age too. He's getting up. I think it's his 11th year. He just hit 400 appearances for Stanley. So kudos to that. If Ward goes, we need a fullback, and I would say a backup. A center back is the areas that we need to sort of strengthen the squad.
Right, I'm just going off at a tangent. Somebody put up earlier. Do you get to, when you're over in Canada? Do you manage to watch the Accrington game?
Yeah, I live follow, stream it on iFollow. So I get every match, and it's the package I got right now. To be honest with you, I'm paying about $3 or $4 a match to watch it on telly. So I can't. And then watch the match and go out and shovel snow. It's a great old time.
And what is the time difference? I mean, for a 3 o'clock kickoff, what are you looking at?
10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
So it's perfect. You can get up, have your coffee, watch the match, and then you've got the rest of the day to, So it's
snow.
Yeah.
And a night match is on about 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So it's they're very convenient time for us. Yeah, no problems at all.
Easy. Oh, great. Okay. Will you be? What games are there in the World Cup in Canada? There are some, aren't there?
There are some.
Yeah, there are. There's I think there's 6 or 7 matches in Toronto, which I'm about probably 30 miles from. But the price, the price is
ridiculous, aren't they?
It's mental. I'm not paying FIFA $400 or $500 Canadian, which should be probably 250, 275 quid to go watch Jordan play Cape Verde or something like that.
Do you know? I was going to ask Tony. Obviously, you're over in Canada, and a bit of a tangent, as Colin mentioned. But obviously, with the MLS, like Vancouver, obviously Thomas Muller's playing for them, but. Do you tend to see a lot? I mean, how does that go down in Canada? Is there a thought or more of a feeling that should be more of a Canadian league and separated from the MLS, or
Well, there actually is what we call the Canadian Premier League that's got 8 teams, and they're from Halifax to Vancouver, and the road trips. I think when I looked it up, one of the road trips from Halifax to Vancouver is the 3rd longest in the world as far as a league match. So you're not driving there, and chances are you're not flying there. I would say it's equivalent to League 2, playing stadiums that are League 1, small League 1 to League 2 size. It's not bad, but it's not going to compete. They're on a set wage. They can't compete with the MLS, but it's one of the requirements I think that FIFA has, is that you've got to have your own league. and it's really a feeding ground for young people for the national team and also for the MLS. So I think it's got its growing pains, but there is a Canadian Premier League.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, on that point, is there any players you feel in those leagues that you could see potentially coming over to the UK?
That's a good question. I think there's players that are around that could look at playing in the League Two side. It's a question of, with the money wise, making a move from Canada over to England with the wages they pay in League Two, if it's enough to make a goal for it. But nobody comes to mind right off the bat, because I think if they're playing in the Canadian Premier League, I think the first crack is to try and make an MLS team. If it depends where they're from, because a lot of those players are they're from Latin America, and they would rather play in the States than maybe go over to the UK.
Because as you know, we had
Theo Corbeanu
playing for us. He was a bit of a cult hero for us at the time. So
great.
Anyway, Tony, we're kicking on the show. We've still got a lot to cover from our side. So it's about that time of the night where I ask you, what's your prediction?
Well, I think I'm going with the last. I think we've had a couple of results.
Now,
as well.
I want you to be confident, because you said to me, when you're confident, you don't do so well. So I want you to be confident.
I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm going to say a 2-1 win.
Really? Good boy.
Yes.
I like it.
For Stanley.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah. I think the last two matches we've had with you guys have ended in 2-1 results.
I know you beat us 2-1 last time out. And do you know that out of all the... I was looking at this stat, and we've played you... hang on, I've got it here somewhere. We played you 16 times, and 12 of those games have been lost by 1 goal or won by 1 goal.
Yeah. I think the same thing.
They've been that tight.
I think it'll be the same way. I think if we can get through the first 20 minutes and can take the game to you guys, and I think you'll see more of an attacking game from us than you did in September.
I was what do you think your playing style is?
Yeah, well, it seems like lately that, especially at home, in the first 20-25 minutes, they take the game to the opposition, try and pin them back, and see if they can't nick a goal in that first 20 minutes, and then play on the counterattack. So we'll just see how it goes. But I think it's definitely going to be a good game, and I think I think if fans. If the fans don't know Stanley and they think that Stanley's an easy touch, I'd just say...
This is what we were saying earlier to our fans that were watching. If you think it's going to be easy going up to Stanley, you need to rethink this a little bit, because it's bloody well not.
Exactly. I think they'll give you a game.
I agree.
Yeah. And I mean, I think you guys will do well. I picked you guys in my preseason. I picked you to finish second, so you can still I think you're fifth now, so you're still in that. You're still in with it, and there's no reason why you can't get automatic promotion. I just hope it's not that we don't help you out on Saturday.
Well, what we were saying earlier, obviously Bromley a bit of a surprise package. They're top of the league. They've been playing just lately teams that are a little bit lower down the pyramid. We had a Christmas and a December where we played just about everybody in the top 8. And, it was a very, very difficult time. And we're now moving into that period of the season where we're playing the likes of Bristol Rovers, Newport County, Harrogate, teams like this. So we've got our fingers crossed that we're going to start moving up the ladder. Anyway, Aidan, what's your prediction?
See, I'm like Tony. I think it's going to be a tough game. I've still got PTSD from when Fisher was in goal before he went to Swansea and almost daydreamed the ball past him, if you remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a physical game whenever we go to the Wham Stadium. Always a physical game against Aki. So I mean, look, you look at the form table, they've won in the last 3. We've had a draw, a loss, and a draw. It doesn't look great on that. The only thing I would say is the game against Oxford in the FA Cup, I thought we played exceptionally well.
Yeah.
So if we can take that form, I'm a little bit concerned about tired legs, so I do wonder what team he'll put out.
Yeah, but we've probably had the biggest break that we've had
for a while. No, I agree.
For about a month.
Yeah,
about
I
a
agree.
month. Yeah,
I
8 days. I mean, we've never had that period of time.
I agree. But
anyway, come on. We need
I think with that in mind, really, it hinges on the team he puts out. But I would say if he puts out the team I think he can put out, which is the strongest possible team, we'd probably nick it 2-1. If he rests a few players, tampers around probably a 1-0.
Well, I'm with both of you. I think it's going to be as tight as hell, and but I've got to go with the Dons, and I'm going to go 2-1. So we're all gone 2-1. Probably be 0-0 now. So
or 4-0 either way.
Well, yeah, but well, bloody hell, we don't want to we don't want a repetition of Swindon all over again.
That's what I was going to say. Full respect to Aki. You know, they can show they can hurt teams, Cole, and I think that's the thing. You've got to be on your game, particularly when you're playing them away.
Can't take it lightly.
No, so
I think you mentioned about playing teams lower than you. I think the reason we've moved up the table is when we played teams below us, we beat them, and that's so important when you're in the bottom half of the table. We beat Barrow, we beat Harrogate twice, and we beat Bristol Rovers. Throwing Notts County was a bonus, but the key is when. And it's the same for you guys. You've got to beat Bristol Rovers, and hopefully for us,
we've still got to beat them.
Yeah. Because I think Newport and Harrogate, they've got nothing to lose there, but you guys have got to do us a favor and help and beat those guys.
Well, we'd like to
as well. So,
Tony, sorry, we've had a really fun and old question here. It's made me laugh. Some of us are old enough to remember it, but you remember the advert, the milk advert about Accrington Stanley. And one of our fans has asked, "What was your take on that when obviously it happened and?" How has that gone down in the Accrington Stanley folklore?
Well, I think at the time, I think Stanley only got about £10,000 out of it. They were in the I don't know which tier of the football the pyramid at the time, and so I think the part that sort of gets some Stanley fans is that when somebody will make a comment as though it's like you've never heard before, is they'll say something like, you're only good enough to play for Stanley. Exactly. Like you've never heard before.
I know.
I think you just live with it. You just go on with it. It's a conversation piece. It certainly made the news when we played at Liverpool last year in the FA Cup. And I think 4 or 5 years ago, Ian Rush did a remake of the commercial when Stanley was won. And that got some play. And he said, actually, they're doing quite well now. They're in League One. They didn't run. So, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and you run with it. You accept it.
Yeah.
A bit thin. What the heck? It's. I mean, when you say exactly, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well. Especially people of our age, eh?
Exactly. I remember the first time around. There we go. But
Tony,
look. Tony, I wish you well for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
My personal prediction is I think you're going to finish somewhere between 6th and 12th. So I still think
I'll take that.
Playoffs. I generally still think you can make playoffs. But
I appreciate that. I had us down in preseason, to between 15 and 17. We're going in the right direction, and I don't see any reason why we can't move up. If we can knock on the door of the playoffs, it'll be a successful season, helping the recruiting next year.
Yeah, absolutely. But no.
Well, we wish you all the very best, Tony.
Yes, same to you, fellas.
Hopefully, you don't have to dig yourself out too often. But
well, I bought my wife a present for Christmas. I bought her a snowblower because I got tired when I looked out the window and see her struggling shoveling snow. I thought I got to help that poor lady, so I bought her a snowblower.
Well, I hope you've got the insurance jacked up on her. Tony, all the very best. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you, Tony. Take care.
Cheers, fellas. See ya.
Thank you.
All right. Cheers, mate.
Always enjoyed Tony. I mean, bit of a glitch at the start, but great to have him on.
Yeah, I think when we wound the internet up a little bit, we got him. Yeah, it was a bit of a delay, but it was brilliant in the end. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Tony. If you're still watching, very much appreciated you joining us. Nice to go transatlantic yet again.
It is, and the wires weren't cut, so the Wi-Fi was still intact. So there we go. But no,
What are you saying?
well, because it was going off, on. I thought
you thought some Russian freighter was going up and down, did you?
Exactly that, or a Chinese trawler was tragedy. Who knows, Cole? Who knows? But no, we're glad to have him on. Glad to have him on.
All right.
So yeah, go for it. Go on. You're going to say?
No, I wasn't.
All right.
I just think, I'm glad Tony said what he did. Anybody who takes Stanley lightly, you're a mug. And there's one thing I would show our lot them beating Notts County. I might make them sit and watch the game and say, you think this is going to be a walk in the park? Watch that.
Yeah, exactly that.
And then show them the Swindon goal that was afterwards.
Yeah, I like you. I think it'd be tough, but if we put in the same performance we did against Oxford, I think we'll be all right.
I'll be glad to get this game behind us, and I shall be looking forward to that run of games that we've got.
I'm with you on that. I generally feel, looking at their squad, again, they're not household names, Cole, but they know how to do the job.
No, well, Sean Wally's no fool, is he?
Well, no, he's not just that. I mean, Paddy Madden doesn't matter his age.
Paddy Madden, experience. So if you take a liberty, you'll get your arse burnt. So
exactly.
Right.
By the way, the Arsenal score is now
2-0 Arsenal. Thanks, Ash.
Danny said, "Is Mar and Gilby fit?"
We don't know.
Sure,
we don't know. We're not sure. I'm going back through my script. Hang on. Right. Okay. Can I say? Can I
go for it? I know that's what you were going to say. Come on.
Well, no. I'm going to say the three things that really piss me off.
What grinds Colin's gears in football?
Yeah, about football fans, right? So I'm going to name the three. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if people want to comment at home, they can. Right? Yeah. Now this might upset some people.
We're all listening.
You might be. Well, I know that's the problem. You might be one of these people, right? Number one, half and half scarves.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's just a load of crap. That is.
That's a room 101.
You go to a football game, especially if you buy an half and half scarf. Really, honestly. Number two, adults turning up at our stadium wearing a kit that isn't ours. Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham. We even saw a bloody Welsh side the other way. Have a word with yourself.
Well, really. The best one was the Luton fan with the Northampton gloves.
Well, you get up in the morning, you're getting ready to go to the game, and you think, I must put my Liverpool shirt on. What mentality is that, right? And the third one, and this is probably going to narc some people, can I have your shirt?
Yeah.
If you want someone to sign a shirt, go in the shop and stand outside the front door and get the player to sign it. Don't stand there going, can I have your shirt with a big... I'm sorry, I hate it.
Even the kids?
Well, it's not the bloody adults that are doing it.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really? Well, they're the three things I dislike about football fans. So if you think I'm being unfair, you think I'm being unfair about that.
I don't think you've been unfair. I was listening intently.
No, that's what worries me.
I think the half and half scarf thing, I'm with you on that. Most of the time, I don't understand that. Unless, per se, you were playing Real Madrid or Barcelona. It was a massive Champions League first time in it. I can probably understand that.
I sort of get that.
But if it's, I don't know, if it's just like an FA Cup one or something, it's a bit weird, right? It's a bit weird.
Yeah, well, they I mean, we don't see them, I mean, there won't be anybody there on Saturday with an MK Dons Accrington scarf.
You say that? No.
They do the badge.
I'm about to say, what's your thoughts on the badges? Because they do the badges.
Oh, no, you see, that's funny, isn't it? Because I like them. I've got one where we've played Wickham, we've played Accrington.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, there's the three things. Half and half scarves, adults wearing kit from clubs that are not MK Dons, and begging for football shirts. Don't like it.
Jordan, what pisses me off is the use of the C word. Yeah, Colin should not be used at Station MK. But no, I hear you.
So have you got any thoughts on what I've just said? Whack them up on the screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shall we go team talk?
We can do. We've got a few comments, only a few, and then we'll go straight into it. But we've got agree with the first two, The only time I accept a half and half scarf is in a fight. Yeah, exactly my point, Ash. If
I'll
it's a
go
big,
for
big
that,
tournament,
Ash. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
it's commemorative, right? It's
yeah,
commemorative.
I get that.
But no, I'm with you on that, Matt. I find it terribly frustrating. It's an odd one. Matt said, bet some of those who beg for shirts just want them
Yeah,
to leave.
Matt,
100,
I've seen that. I've
100%.
seen it. I've seen it.
Same.
I've seen somebody standing outside, getting their shirt signed, right? And then I've looked on eBay about 2 days later, and the bloody thing's for sale. And I know it's the person because I know it is. But I don't know that person anymore. But I've seen it happen.
I know. Same.
Yeah,
Same.
I mean the club were going to stop you players signing, weren't they?
Yes and no. Yes, I mean for the kids, I don't think it's fair. For adults, I think it's just weird. But if the kids are doing it, I've got no problem with that.
Well,
I've got no problem with that.
What you want to do is stand at the game with a big sign, Hogan, can I have your shirt? So you
throw
can't
it back
play.
at him.
So
Just
you
throw
can't
it back
play.
at him.
So you
I just go,
can't
thanks
play.
for that. Throw it at him. There we go.
Right, there you go.
Anyway,
Right.
first
Yeah,
question for us and a few other things, and we'll go on to team talk. So Craig has asked, question for everyone: who is your midfield three? Gilby, Kelly, Wiles, Jay, Crowley. For him, Kelly, Wiles, Jay, pushing Gilby further forward.
I think one thing to me was really evident on Friday night. Right, Gilby wasn't playing, so Crowley, I thought, was playing the Gilby role, and I thought it suited him down to the ground. I thought Crowley had a real good game. So we've been sitting here saying you can't play Kelly and Crowley together. But Gilby's on the pitch. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I've said
Crowley is a great deputy for Gilby, I think.
I would argue, Cole, he's played very well. Now he's had a run in the team. You're starting to see what Crowley was in last season.
I wouldn't be opposed to resting Gilby and playing Crowley on Saturday.
I mean, to be fair, I think Crowley offers something different to Gilby. So that's not to say that I don't think Gilby is a first teamer, but they're both good players.
I think a goal would do Crowley good. A goal would do Crowley good.
I think it would. I think if he got a goal, I think he'd go on a bit of a run, to be honest.
I think he would as well. But Crowley is definitely a Gilby deputy, and he's not a like-for-like with Kelly.
No, Wiles, though, is a like-for-like with Kelly. And my interest is what happens there. What happens
I don't know.
I haven't seen...
That is a headache that me and you won't have to worry about. That is Paul Warren's idea. He signed him.
Yeah, I mean, for me... Yeah, I mean, Crowley, for me, deserves to be in that, given for what he's done at the moment. Gilby, obviously...
I think Crowley, in the last few weeks, has looked much better player.
I think so, but I think Gilby, obviously, when he's fit, Crowley, for me, deserves a run in the team. I've always been a fan.
I mean, we're talking about Kelly there in that sentence. Don't forget, Kelly was booed off the pitch by us. And I think Kelly, I don't know what Warner said to him or what, or if he's working harder or what. But Kelly, you've got to say, is one of the first picks on the team sheet.
Yeah, I mean, again, like Crowley, I just think I'd just like to see him take more of a shot, be a bit more brave.
Yeah.
You know, he's done it a few times, but not enough for me. But a great player. For me, Craig, until I see more of Wiles and Mateta,
I've got to confess, I'm like you. I haven't seen enough of Wiles and Mateta to form a decent opinion.
No, I mean, they've got good pedigree. Don't get me wrong, and I'm excited they're here, but I need to see it. We know what. Again, you've just said it.
I think the pleasing thing for me was both of them. I thought had a good debut.
They had a good debut, absolutely, and against a good side. It's just how do they get on when they have to roll their sleeves up in League Two? That's my question.
Yeah.
Back to your point, are we a team fit for League Two? There is part of me that feels we need to sign some players who just roll their sleeves up and just play that.
Yeah, I agree, and like I said. I think we'd look better against Championship and League One teams.
100%.
Again, it's a different game of football in League Two, as we know. We were talking about Bromley the other week. They're a hard battling side, physical side, get in your face and all the rest of it.
Yep.
And then we played Oxford, and Oxford sort of stood off us and said, "Okay, we don't mind you having a little go." But we don't get that luxury. And like I said to you before, and I've said this before. MK Dons, we are everybody's cup final. And that's not me being arrogant or me being arrogant about the club. But everybody wants to beat us. Everybody, you've got to remember, it's us against the world. So,
no, but a good one, Craig. I think probably revisit that in a few weeks. But for me, it's I mean, for me, it would currently be Kelly, Crowley and Gilby, probably. I mean, the only thing is, I would say, is Evans is the only other midfielder, whether you like him or hate him, he's inconsistent at times, but who offers something different. I still think you need a physical presence in the middle of that part.
And he needs to run in the team, and unfortunately, we can only play 11.
Yeah, exactly right. So it's to have, ultimately. Kane said, my friend who, despite living local, claims to be a Manchester fan, I sent him a picture of a half and half shirt United City fan calling him plastic. He wanted one. It
says it all, really, doesn't it, Kane? Yeah.
I've got no answer to that, Kane, but some things are just incredible.
There you go. So don't forget that. Which one, Karen?
The shirts, in terms of people wearing shirts in the ground. I presume, Karen, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what you mean. But yeah, I'm with you. I just fight. Like I said to you, look, Cole, you and I.
Does anybody else get really pissed off when you look around and the bloke in front of you is wearing an Arsenal shirt or a Liverpool shirt or something? And I think, on what world do you think that's okay?
Made that decision.
You've actually. Can you imagine, right? Me or anybody coming out, not just me, but can you imagine me going up the Stretford end, Old Trafford, with an MK Don shirt on? I'd get bloody lynched.
Of course you would. You know.
And a Milton Keynes is acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
Well,
and like I said to you, look,
in their eyes.
Sometimes, like if you see people with a winter jacket on, I'm kind of okay with that because sometimes that's the only jacket they've got. It's not so obvious, but at the same time, if you're there wearing a football kit, exception of maybe a kid who's 6 or 7 because they've been out playing football that morning and they've worn a kit or whatever. Sometimes that happens. I'm kind of understanding of that. But an active adult that's decided to go and put on another kit to watch us, why come?
If you're taking your kid to MK Dons with a Liverpool shirt, go in the club shop and buy an MK Don shirt.
It's not hard, is it? Right? Not hard. Or even an MK Don
see me and I'll buy one for you.
Don't. You'll have a queue of 50 outside.
I'd rather be poor.
Yeah, I know. I'm with Karen on that as well, and you. It just like I say, Cole. It's like for me, I'll go back to my own example. I've got my German team, obviously, but I wouldn't walk in the stadium wearing my German team's kit. You wouldn't do it.
If this doesn't stop, I'm going to start wearing my Arbroath top.
What stadium MK? You probably get kicked out for that. No, it's an odd one. I'd love to understand, and generally, this is not one of those questions that's trying to trip someone up. But if there are people watching who do that, tell us why. Love to understand it. Love to understand it because I can't get my head around it personally.
No, I can't. I feel like going up to them and say, "In what world did you think that was acceptable to wear that here? In what world?
Before the game,
what is wrong with you?
No problem. If you come into the game, really, unless again, even if you go to go and watch them later in the evening, just put it in the car. Don't have to bring it into the stadium.
Don't bloody wear it.
No.
What is the matter with you?
Odd, isn't it? Odd. Anyway, there you go. That was Colin's top 3 pet hates. So next week, Cole, I've got a challenge for you. I want to know your top 3 pet loves in football. There you go.
That's easy.
Oh, here we go. Go on.
Sheila.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Kerry Ann.
And Karen.
There
you go. You heard it first, guys. Right here.
Okay.
There we go. Good stuff. Well, I guess it's time for team talk then, Cole, and then we'll wrap up.
How long have I got?
You've got 7 minutes on this one.
Right. I'll see you in 7.
See you in 7.
See.
After 2 weeks of leaving this on my own, he's back.
Good evening. How are you today?
I'm good. Are you feeling better now?
I'm feeling much better. I think we're back for episode 9.
Yeah, it's episode 9.
And what's in the show today?
So we're going to go over the FA Cup, and I just want to say, don't know about you, Chris, but I'm very proud of them.
I think we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, so today, FA Cup, all things transfer related, 2 new faces through the door, and the preview of the act.
Stanley, who are they? Exactly.
Accrington game. See you there.
See ya.
MK Dons have announced 2 new signings, both centre midfielders. One is Ben Wiles from Huddersfield, and the other one is Jay Matete from Sunderland. From Huddersfield, a creative, more attacking midfielder than Matete. Wiles previously played under Paul Warner's got 2 automatic promotions with Rotherham from League One to the Championship, and will serve directly as a replacement for Will Collar, who is still out injured until March with a hamstring injury. Matete joins as more of a defensive midfielder. Paul Warner said that he sees him as a number 6. He's previously had loan spells at Plymouth and Bolton, one of them being a promotion-winning side with Plymouth. He will serve not as a replacement for anyone, more of an upgrade on the midfield that we've already got, and slide right into that CDM position. Slide into that CDM position nice and suitably for the Paul Warner side.
Over to some of our injuries. Will Collar is out with a hamstring. Thompson is still out, not sure why. JT is still out with a knee injury. Kane Wilson is still out, not sure why. He was expected back in January. Nathaniel Mendes-Lang is out with a hamstring. And Hepburn Murphy's had a knock on a muscle just below his hamstring. Everyone here except Kane Wilson and Hepburn Murphy are all expected back in at least 6 weeks.
You naughty man, Gilby.
So for the MK Dons lineup against Oxford, it was McGillivray in goal, a back 3 of Jones, Sanders and Offord, midfield 3 of KTS, Wiles and Crowley, wing-backs of Lemon Evans in the main, and then a front 2 of Aaron Collins and Scott Hogan, with Aaron Collins bagging his first goal. Stadium MK officially, as we don't really count the pizza trophy as a goal. And then on to the substitutes. So Callum Tripp came on for Aaron the main, Liam Kelly on for KTS, Jamie Matete making his debut coming off for Ben Wiles, Patterson on for Hogan, Lecco on for Crowley, and Burke on for Gethin Jones.
Congratulations to 16-year-old Jack Burke for making his MK Dons debut against Championship side Oxford United. He did really, really well when he came on, and he should be very, very proud of himself. You probably noticed that this barcode was at the start of the show. Me and Chris both think it's very important to keep George Baldock's name alive.
And you can do this by way of donating through this QR code to the George Baldock Foundation, which the Dons proudly advertised in Dons' 1-1 draw and loss against Oxford at the weekend. All money donated will be put towards good cause for the George Baldock Foundation. So against Accrington, I've got McGillivray to start in goal, a back 3 of Marvek, Pateta, Jack Sanders and Luke Offord, wing-backs of Aaron the main and John Mellish, Jones dropping to the bench. Then onto the midfield 3 of Liam Kelly, a start for Ben Wiles and Alex Gilby to return to the side, and then a front 2 of Callum Patterson and Aaron Collins, with Callum Patterson coming in for Scott Hogan. And then onto the bench, I think it'll be Truman, Jones, Tripp, Crowley, Evans, Matete.
Over to Chris's score prediction. He has predicted a 2-2 result with goal scorers Aaron the main and Callum Patterson.
My score prediction is 2-1, and my goal scorers are Aaron Collins and Callum Patterson.
As many Dons fans out there, I am very proud of the team. From the 16-year-old who made his debut, I think every player, except 1 or 2, Aidan will know, played extremely well. We can now focus on our league campaign, so we're off to face
Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly.
Accrington Stanley at the Wham Stadium. Accrington come into this game against us, not played the game in 2 weeks. The last game that was New Year's Day in a win against Notts. So they'll be a lot fresher than us, but I back the boys to go out and get the result. We showed on Friday that we can play, even with our main starting 11 players out injured. We're quite even with Accrington with a 41 winning percentage. They are also on 41%. Last time we played them, we lost in a 2-1. They sit 14th in the league, we sit 5th. So let's go out and get the 3 points. Show everyone in League 2 that we're no team to compete against, and get that Bromley off the top spot. Over to Aidan and Colin.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
It always makes me smile. I don't know why.
It's good,
I
isn't it?
I just love it. All the
I love
graphics and yeah, there you
I
go.
love it. That's good stuff. Good episode as
Thanks,
always.
Chris and Ryan, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you guys, and thank you for the birthday wishes. And Craig McGivery shared the same
Yeah,
birthday.
it's Craig's birthday as well.
Ironically, we talked about that at the player sponsor evening, so I know he's a good lad because he's the same birthday. But
He's very honoured to have the same day as you.
he was, wasn't he? And I'm joking. He probably won't. But no, he's a good lad. And happy birthday, Craig. I know you don't watch the show, but Aaron does, so Aaron can pass that on. So there we go. Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, going on to the Oxford game, Cole.
I bet a few of them secretly watch this, don't they?
I know a few that do. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
But no, I think for me, it was a strange one against Oxford because I think none of us had any preconceptions of realistically running away with it. You and I talked to some Oxford fans outside. They thought they were going to win 5-1, which I thought was a little bit disrespectful.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they were really convinced they were going to give us a good tanking.
Yeah, which I thought was funny given the fact they can't tank anyone in the championship. But
yeah, I know. Yeah, makes you think, doesn't it? Really,
it does.
But why wouldn't you? In championship, you think, there's at least 23, 25, 30 places between us.
There were thereabouts. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think. Yeah, you probably would. Yeah, I think we surprised them. Yeah, so I was pleased.
I was pleased. Like I said, I generally felt first half, particularly, that I thought we could go and nick it. Cole.
Unbelievable.
I was wearing a Wolves kit the other day, and the steward said, "That's the best shirt I've seen." Jeez whiz. I mean, I take it he must have been.
Throw the lad out for wearing a Wolves shirt and throw the steward out behind him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if that's the best shirt he's seen all day, he can't have seen much because he couldn't have turned around to look at the home crowd, could he? I mean, that's really disrespectful, Harry, if that's what he said, mate. I would say, right, and I'm not one to stir it up here at all, and I'm really not. But if you do see stewards saying stupid, idiotic things like that,
report it to us.
No, please go and tell the club because it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Well, yeah. I just think, okay, well, if that's the best shirt you've seen, maybe you shouldn't be at Stadium MK doing a stupid's job, to be quite honest.
Go.
Anyway, best of luck to Wolves for the rest of the season. I agree with you, Colin. What annoys me in football fans who critical on your support for use of body. Yeah. Do you know what, Ryan? I'm with you 100% on that. The amount of times I see, and again, fair play to them, the likes of a Fleetwood, the likes of a Harrogate, middle of nowhere, 10 fans, 15 fans turn up, and fair play to
mate, I've got nothing but respect for people that non-league as well, Rochdale, Southend, all teams like that. Maximum,
exactly. Fair play to take a hat off.
You're not sitting home saying, I support Liverpool. Never been to bloody Anfield.
Yeah, most of them live in Guildford. But it's one of those. And again, the thing to Ryan's point is that you see us there with 500. Oh, you've not brought enough fans. Oh, that's plastic. Grow up. You know, I don't care whether you like us or hate us. At the end of the day, a fan who travels, fair play, that's hard-earned money.
You
it's a
never
day
hear
out.
anybody on those banter pages going, Harrigan only took 98. You never hear that. But us, we take 500 somewhere. And
I know.
ridicule.
But like I say, Cole, I don't care who you support, wherever you support. If you bring fans, except from that lot down the road, then fair play to you.
Yeah.
You know, if you make the effort, you make the effort. It's not easy and it's not cheap these days either. Let's not forget that. Matt says, my boys have got shirts from players and it makes them so happy. And that's exactly what should happen. Currently framed in their rooms. Remember the heroes for the kids. And that's it, Matt, right? It's about the kids. It's about the kids and about those, you know, who love that, you know, and it makes a difference. It's not about the adults trying to get the signatures to sell it on eBay to mug other fans off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I mean, if your kids having that, wonderful. And I'm really glad to have, and I hope it gives them a lot of pleasure as well, Matt. Nice to hear it.
Wear your heart on your sleeve.
100%, right? 100%. Matt, I hate all of them too, Colin. Hate the half and half. Begging for shirts, and I think I mentioned a couple of weeks ago how there were multiple people wearing Arsenal. It's an odd one, right? If you love Arsenal that much,
I'm normally say in a loud voice as I walk past, have a word with yourself, mate.
Well, I usually say the Emirates is down the road. I don't know where you come to hear from.
Anyway,
anyway, there we are. Grant said my son has loads of signed stuff he would never part. And again, it's about the fans. Grant, it's about the fans. It makes his day, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. I'm with Colin on that. If I want some signed stuff, I'll go and pay for it in the shop because I've earned my crust. I've worked hard for it. And that's our prerogative. If you know, you meet the players, you have a chat, and you want to sign something, fair enough. But I hate. Is it what do they call them? Is it not bounty hunters? You know what I mean, Cole? They go around all clubs doing it, don't they? There's a name for it. I can't remember what it is now. Chelsea 2-1. And
autograph hunters.
Autograph hunters, something like that, isn't it? Something like
that. Yeah.
Danny says, way back when Nichols was on number one, I love Nichols, to be fair. He gave Nathan his gloves at the end of season, but that was Lee's choice. And obviously, we still have a relationship with Lee and his family. That's really nice.
You never held a big sign up, though, did you? No. It's the people that hold the signs up that pisses me off.
Yeah.
When they're warming up.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's
yeah.
What you, Danny? I mean, I've still got a good relationship with Anthony Stewart and with Zach Jules. I still speak to both of them. Really good lads, and it's nice they did that. It's nice that he did that for him, mate. And I'm glad he enjoyed it as well. And that's the whole point. If a player wants to do it, absolutely fine, but don't go touting for it. Touts, Cole. That was the word. Touts. Ryan said, Matete pen, does that count for as his first goal?
Unfortunately, not right.
So it should do, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Kane said he claims to be a Don's fanboy. Oh, my days. All right. Don's fan who supports Wolverhampton Wanderers and everyone else in between, clearly. Add people telling you to sit down. Oh, my goodness. No, you know what? You're 100% right on this. I've had this so many times in the cowshed, particularly when it's like a cup game. Can you be quiet? Can you sit down? It's like, no. If you want to do that, there's a ton of rows in front of us. Yeah. Don't sit with all of us.
Go and sit down the front. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, the best one I had was a couple of weeks ago. What shirt colour are we playing in and which way are we shooting? I'll leave it there. Yeah.
Who was that? John Taylor?
No. If that's how you feel, I suggest you go and sit in Club Red or on
Unbelievable.
the East.
Unbelievable.
No disrespect to anyone that sits there, by the way. But if you're coming into the cowshed, you kind of know what you're in for sitting at the back. Incredible.
I mean, it goes away from home as well. If you want to stand up, go at the back. If you want to sit down, go at the front.
Exactly that, right? Same written codes. Yeah, I mean, say if you want to sit down and just have a game where you're sitting there and go and sit on the wings. Don't go and sit behind the goal. And that's a game for most teams, to be fair.
Yeah, but I get that, actually. I get that. But, their parents should say, get that shirt off. We go to MK Dons, not Liverpool. Get it off.
Yeah.
Or go in the shop and buy one.
I mean, it's the thing, right? It's an odd one. I get it because like kids want to go to football, they're excited about the football.
We need to start doing this. Telling the stewards if they haven't got an MK Don shirt on in the home end, get out, take it off, or get out.
Yeah, there you go. Only kit that Ash would allow is a Dons. It's not Dons, it's an England shirt. Well, I mean, we've got fans who support other national teams, I guess so. Me being one of them, and quite a few Scottish fans and Irish fans who may disagree with that, Ash. But I take your point. Another one here was what really gets my go is bloody kids climbing the seats. Either that, and again, I get this one, Arthur, but it's when they get the seat and they lift it and they bang it and they bang it and they bang it, and I just
Did you see that row of seats that broke in the cowshed?
Yeah, I was at block 11. What was that all about? Do we know?
I have no idea.
If anyone knows what happened to that row of seats,
anybody knows what happened to that row of seats in cowshed, let us know. We don't. I saw a photograph of it, but obviously nobody wanted to lay claim to it.
No, it's like a good 5, 6, 7 seats all down, wasn't it? All down. We'll see. Anyway,
we're going to start promoting those 3 things, Ryan. Any opportunity. Should we start taking? No, we can't take photographs of people, can we?
We can't. Unfortunately, we can't. But he's got a petition going. You know what the next thing is? That Liam will release a half and half scarf in the shop, and Colin will buy one.
He bloody well won't.
I tell you what, he could do with the old Don's logo on and then the new Don's logo on. There you go.
Ooh,
that would work. But there are some new stock items due to be in the next few weeks, so keep an eye out. Some very nice stuff that Colin and I were sworn to secrecy about when we saw it in the shop last week. But very nice prototype. Which
what
he
is
tried
that all about there?
Was it a bloke behind me wears his French team shirt in the summer months? I always look forward to the rest. For God's sakes!
I don't know what to say to that.
I've got nothing.
Well, I've got nothing either. So move on to the next.
Next, yeah, exactly. No, very good, Danny. Appreciate it. Next one we've got here from Sheila. There we go.
What's that?
2 footballs and a lot of love. I know, right? Not just that. The next comment made me laugh. Ross said, "Oi."
I got a bit hot, Ash. Got a bit hot. So
is that why you legged it off? I wasn't going to say. I didn't know if this was like a competition time thing. I clocked that.
No. I took me sweatshirt off. I was a bit hot.
Does Ash win a spot price for
those? Other brands are available.
Other brands are available. Matt said, "Where's your jacket going, Colin?"
I got a bit hot.
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal.
There you go. Ban the steward along with the one who clapped Will Griggs. Yeah, do you know what, Matt? I'm not far off with you. That's the thing, right? Look, don't get me wrong. Anyone's entitled to an opinion, but if you're actively...
Can you imagine a steward in the Cop at Anfield clapping an opposition goal?
Well, no, not just that. Can you imagine they were playing like Man United?
Above their age, weren't they?
Yeah, they're playing Man United. Someone at Man United scored. He's jumped off his seat and pumped his feet. I mean, come on, right? I mean, the thing about the football shirt grinds my gears, like you, Cole. But I mean, if someone's actively clapping an away goal, I would just go and tell someone in the club shop, to be honest, Matt, if you know who it is and where they are, because that's just ridiculous. And it incites aggro, right? They're not there to do that. They're there to
just start reporting people.
Well, not that. I'm just saying, if it incites aggro, I mean, come on. They're there.
Anyone have an idea what happened to that row of seats? Yeah, we want to know this.
Yeah, exactly that.
This is what we're asking.
Yeah, exactly that. I don't know if they're fixed or not, mate, but it looked quite nasty from what I could see.
Were we starting promoting standing behind the?
Yeah, what was it called? I forget what they call it now. Safe standing. That's it. Yeah. Clearly wasn't. And I don't know if anyone was actively sitting there and that fell down and hurt someone. I mean, it'd be nice to know what went on, to be honest. Danny said, "My football hate is a fan tour on Facebook at the final whistle, laughing that we lost." I mean, mate, there's some mental health issues for that.
We're living rent-free in their heads, Danny.
Yeah, do you know what? It makes me smile, Danny, I'll be honest, because it's like you've taken the time to go onto our website to try and say, ha, 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 ha. Well, actually, we're laughing at the fact that the effort that you've
Somebody wrote on there the other day, 2 or 3 days ago, glad to see but the Dons haven't won in 2026 yet. I thought, what?
I know, right? Some people, mate. Some people.
Yeah.
3-1 that we mentioned that one already, but thank you for that one, Ryan. Matt said the stewards just don't care. I remember years ago when Wolves tried to get 10,000. I remember that. In some sat behind me, and the stewards didn't care until they pulled out bottles of beer. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I don't know if you remember when we played Sheffield United a few years ago when they got promoted. There was a couple of Sheffield United fans in front of us, and they were absolutely fine. They had their jackets on, and I remember saying at the time, it was in the cowshed, I said, "Look, guys, I appreciate you come to watch a game. Clearly, you're from Sheffield, but look, keep the jacket done up. Don't jump up and cheer if you're going to do
Yeah.
that and have a respect if you're going to sit there.
Yeah.
They didn't take any notice. They scored a goal, jumped up, and then people started throwing bottles from block 11 or block 12 over because I had incoming coming towards me. But why do you do it? And not just that, Cole. They didn't eject them from the ground. They walked them round to the away end.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah, quite a lot as well.
Yeah. Anyway,
Throw them out. Got no right in
Exactly.
there. But we've been too soft at Milton Keynes.
I know, right? The Tottenham game. Anyone remember the Tottenham game where you went in? And
Oh, yeah. That's another one.
Why are you wearing an MK?
People looking at seat numbers in an empty row of seats. Sit
Yeah.
anywhere, you muppet. There's 25,000 seats. Yeah. They were there again on Friday, walking on with their ticket, going, "Oh, we're there."
Yeah.
I just said, "Sit where you like, mate, will you?"
Makes you laugh, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Makes
yeah.
you laugh. Don Tamid says, I remember someone in the couch had asked me, who's the ginger number 3? Believe it.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you know who he is, everyone. I mean, come on, really.
Yeah.
Clearly an armchair critic out for the day. I got lost, Hamid, that's for sure. Ryan says, at the end of our relegation season, I waited for the players at the end of the games. Bert and Franco gave me his gloves. I still have them. Oh, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. So what was the funniest bit of being told to sit down is when they get the steward involved. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
no. Yeah.
What are you going to ask with other 500 on the
Yeah.
couch to sit down? I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's like, if you want to do that again, go and sit down the front. What on earth are you playing at? As I said to someone that told me to be quiet, I just said, I'm not at Wimbledon lawn tennis here. This is a football game. You do realise that you've come to see a football game, right? Incredible. Everyone stood up the seats. Everyone stood
right. Okay.
on the seats. Oh, right. So everyone stand on the seats. Yeah, okay, got you. I mean, that's quite worrying. The fact that when they went down.
Joe Taylor, what's that mean?
No words. Move along. Harry said, in my personal opinion, there's times an atmosphere isn't great. Sometimes I feel the other blocks in the cowshed should be more vocal. I can only say that I know for a fact Colin is in block 12. I'm in block 13 and I sing and he sings.
Oh, yeah.
Around us to sing.
Me and Darren are always at it.
Yeah, same. I mean, I actually got a few people.
And we get everybody going around us. I mean, we take the lead. Oh, well, sometimes we start block 11 off, you know. But I hear you, you hear me. You know, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, everybody to their own. Everybody to their own. But I don't understand how you can sit there and be totally unaffected by what goes on in front of you. That you can't even go rhythmically clap or something like that. I don't get it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look, I appreciate everyone's not comfortable singing, but at least get involved, you know.
I get that.
Right?
Yeah, I get that, Ash. Yeah, keyboard warriors. Yeah,
there you go.
I did laugh the other day. There was somebody going on about how many we got in attendance, and then I realised that they supported a team whose average attendance was half of ours. And it's just so easy. Just so easy to shoot them down. But
double standards, isn't it? Double standards.
When we sit with the Swindon fans, we are always respectful, mainly so we don't get a beating. Yeah, well, why not? What you do?
They're not very nice lot, Grant. I won't lie. When we're
what you do sitting with Swindon fans, Grant? That's what I want to know.
Well, they're never nice to us, that's for sure. Whenever we go down there,
no.
And
yeah. Do you know, I had a bloke in front of me once, and he kept standing up and he kept going like that. And I went, mate, could you sit down? And he said, how rude are you? I'm trying to attract the attention of my friend.
Go and sit with him then.
I said to him, well, he was on the balcony, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
So I said to him, if you don't sit down, mate, you'll be going to see him.
I know, right?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And here you go. There's one that gets me is when it's a night game and you get people put the light on their phone and start doing all this.
Yeah.
You're not at a rock concert.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're not at a rock concert. Cole, grow up. I'm joking. No, I know.
It used to be lighters, didn't it? It used to be lighters.
Yeah. Can you imagine doing that now? Probably health and safety, right? There we go. I'm block 10 and seeing the east side. On the other hand, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the thing, right, Craig? If people want to sit in a zone that's designated to quiet, I get that. Again, there's people audio sensory, like my son Toby's audio sensory, so he doesn't like the noise sometimes, so that has headphones on. So I get that. There's different parts of the ground, but at the same time, usually you're going to be in the noisy block. Guess what? Expect people to be standing and singing. I think that's the point, isn't it? When people go, "Oh, it's outrageous," no, it's not. You know what you're doing half the time. You're just doing it to be that Victor Meldrew. That's probably the nice way to put it.
Yeah.
What's this one here?
What's that? When are we buying Messi? We're not. What was that one about the East Stand?
Sheila, sorry, it's about to come up. She says, "We're in the East Stand, and I'm loud and proud." We know, Sheila. We know.
We know, Sheila.
We can always hear you, Sheila, as well. Okay. Grant said, "Only time I get to see some friends. His kids sat with us in the Dons outside Boxing Day, and we were booing his dad. Kids loved it. Yeah, I mean, it was fine, mate. It's all good banter, isn't it? It's all good banter. But again, I bet they didn't come wearing their Swindon shirts, stand up and giving it all the big one, or just walking in with them.
Especially as they lost.
Exactly, right? Exactly. But
certainly never celebrated any goals.
Well, Danny is in block 17. My swearing is why it's no longer a family state. I knew that was you, Danny.
Yeah.
But, no, look, again, it's that whole point, right? Everyone's involved, and I think that's the whole point. When you're in the game, you should be involved, should be back in the team. Doesn't mean you have to sing for 90 minutes if you don't want to, but not to get involved in any way.
See, I'm drinking Coke tonight, see?
Drinking Coke? Full fat?
Yeah, full fat, yeah.
Okay.
Would it not make sense to put us all together?
They've tried it before, Ryan.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work.
Do you know, I got this from somebody within the club.
Go on.
The other day. They said to me, "What do you reckon on all this under the price and all the rest of it?" I said, "Ridiculous." And they said, "Do you know why it's 25 quid today? Do you know why?"
I told you. It's because they had to open all the stands, get the police.
They had to open all the stands and pay for the stewards. And that was the reason it was 25 quid. Yeah. If they'd have been all in the cowshed or in a couple of blocks in the East Stand or something like that, it'd have been cheaper. But no, they had to pay for all the other things. Just for one game, they couldn't move.
I don't buy it, Cole. It's just an excuse, personally. I think at the end of the day, you can charge lower than that. You could have got more people in and actually turned a bigger profit. But what do we know?
Yeah, what do we know?
Yeah, I mean, I want to put Kane's comment back on the screen. Again, Kane, thank you so much for sharing that. I know it's not easy, but he said, "I have crippling social anxiety, so do struggle to sing." And again, that's the whole point, right? The stadium is for all the fans.
Yeah, well,
everyone's welcome with and again, I like the fact there are different areas for different things. But I think the point is,
it's a bit quieter.
If someone is going into a lounge,
if you don't like a lot of noise, you don't like a lot of jumping around, shouting, swearing, singing, or whatever, just move around the corners a little bit. Go sit next to Danny.
Yeah, Danny's quite calm. Entertainment, that's for sure. Definitely get entertainment with him. But no, thank you for sharing, Kane. I really do appreciate that. We are sat in stand 8 where people complain about the noise we've made before. I mean, that's just ridiculous, Grant.
Unbelievable.
And this is the thing, right? And I go back to this, and maybe I'm getting like that miserable old git here. But
about the noise. They're at a football game and they complain about the noise.
Point 1. You are at a football game. This is not tennis. This is not Sunday sermon. What are you expecting? And if that's your problem, then either go into a quiet area. There are designated quiet areas, and that's fine. Or maybe just stop being a wind-up merchant because you've come and been a job's worth. If that's why you come into the football, that's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Anyway, we've bitched enough about fans tonight, haven't we?
Not about fans, about things that grind your gears. He started it, Cole. And Danny said they open all the stands to pay for the police and kids for a quid game. I know exactly that, Danny. I didn't buy it either, mate. I didn't buy it either. But,
all right.
Look,
we're only reporting what we were told.
Yeah, at the end of the day, look, we're out of the cup now. So
it's not accurate,
it is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But look, at the end of the day, this weekend, if you can get to Aki away, please try and get there. The more support, the merrier. It always makes a difference. And away days, and again, I appreciate they're a long, hard journey for some and they're not cheap.
Yeah, it's a big old journey, Akron.
Brilliant thing. It's a brilliant thing. And Akron's a good ground to go to if you've never been to an away game. Nice ground to get to, good parking, and their fans are very nice, decent, down-to-earth people I've found every time I've engaged with them. And lovely little bar behind the home end. And,
and we'll be there, won't we? We'll be holding court. People will come and say, I saw your show on Wednesday. It was absolute rubbish. And we'll probably say, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, exactly right. Waste of time.
But as I've said, we don't know. We've never watched this show.
I'm saying nothing. What I will say,
Ah,
next week's show, I have a prize to give away.
no.
So
It's not a signed shirt, is it? That you were holding this big sign up.
I may have a signed shirt.
All right, okay.
May have a signed shirt.
Right.
Wait and see.
Are we wrapping this up? Or
yeah, a couple more comments and we'll wind it up. But do you think
on.
we will take similar numbers to Cambridge as we did to Barnet? I would like to think so.
I
mate,
would think we'll take about 1,400 to Cambridge.
Yeah, the only thing is they've changed the away stand from behind the goal to that horrible one on the side, but I think that's trying to make it uncomfortable for us, but I can't see.
No, it's not just us. They've been doing it all season. But yeah, I think, what is the capacity? Does anybody know the capacity now?
Well, Cambridge United?
Bulldog, not Blaydock. Bulldog, BAL.
I'm trying to think. Cambridge United Stadium.
Do we know what Cambridge?
I think it was about 7, 9, 8.
We've taken 1,400 there before.
Yeah, Abbey Stadium, I think it's about 8 there or thereabouts. Someone will probably correct
8 now, about 8,000 now.
There or thereabouts from memory, Cole.
So 800. So when the Cambridge tickets go on sale, you better get them quick because they'll sell.
It's a good day out, to be fair. And again, their fans are pretty good bands with us most of the time. There's always the odd idiot, but they're pretty decent.
We've seen that before.
We have seen that one before. Sorry, this thing has locked up. And there's another one left for you, Cole. So many years ago, my son got a Christmas present in Club Gold where the MK scored. We jumped up and the rest of the people around us sat clapping. So at half time, we moved back to the couch. You know what? I'm not surprised, mate. It's the same for...
Well, I used to sit in Club Gold. It was mainly because my father-in-law, who was aging in years at the time, and he said to me, would you sit with me in Club Gold? I went, yeah. It was quite nice, actually, because I quite enjoyed the pre-match meal. You know, we had a carvery and tea and coffee and all the rest of it, and great. But by the time I got to 45 minutes, I had to go down to the cowshed just so I could shout and scream and do all the things I enjoy doing. And, you know, so it's 45 minutes in the Club Gold, 45 minutes in the cowshed, because people got, you know, if you said something, if you shouted out, oh, come on, like people look.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Keep your voice down, please.
Yeah.
You know? It was almost, the joke was if you chinked a teaspoon, you know, people are, but no. Crazy. Yeah, I get that. I understand it. Yeah. I'm in the cowshed now, block 12. That's me.
I'm in block 13. And always waste to each other. Anyway, Ash said, the Cambridge depends if they out us behind the goal or where they are putting the away fans this season. It's on the side next to, I don't know what the stand's called, Ash, but where we were, if you're looking down that way, you're on the left-hand side in that small cramped bit. But I think they just do that because it was a horrible part of the stadium, and obviously they put their fans in the new bit.
Yeah, we have taken 1,400 to Cambridge.
We have done in the past. Yeah, absolutely. But I think, again, it depends what the allocation is called. It could be 800, it could be more. It just depends what they want to give us.
We'll sell it. Whatever it is, we'll sell it. Okay? So get them quick.
I hope so. 800 to Cambridge would be a really, really good shout if that's our allocation, mate, to be fair. And make a noise.
I'm confident we could sell 1,500 tickets.
Oh, easily. It's only it's an hour down the road, isn't it, roughly?
38 miles. That's all it is.
Yeah, nothing
you
really.
Can walk.
Well, you could do. You might have a long walk, but you could do.
Yeah.
And then, Matt just finished up on the comments. Matt said, Cambridge friend says, for teams that bring more away fans, they move to other blocks sometimes. Not sure that. Well, again, we'll see. But for us, Matt, I can't see it because it's who we are, right? Full-time score for everyone, if they are interested, is Chelsea 2.
Oh, right. Cheers, Ash.
3. There we go. Thanks for that, Ash. And that is the comments. Done, Cole. Done. I don't know why you started that, but I just keep thinking of you.
I don't know. It started to stick a bit. But
you need to
nobody did it to me on Friday.
Did they not? I'm sure they did.
So that is show 62.
That is show 62. That is a wrap of show 62.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Who have we got next week?
Who have we got next week? Guest-wise,
neither of us know.
Guest-wise, I'm trying to think. I don't think John told us that we had guest-wise next week.
Who is it next week?
What the game or the person?
No, the game.
The game next week is Shrewsbury at home from memory. January the 24th. Yeah, Shrewsbury at home.
Shrewsbury at home, then we're home on the Tuesday as well.
Bristol Rovers at home.
Bristol Rovers. So
and then Grimsby away, which actually is a good away day, even if the stand is a bit grim.
Yeah, bloody.
Colin knows a lot about Grimsby. He's got a few fans up that way from memory.
You heard me? I had a very unfortunate. Should we tell people?
Well, if you want to tell them, tell them. I'm saying nothing.
We went up to Grimsby. We were coming out of the ground. It's very dark behind the back of the stadium, and we were parked along there in a designated area, and it was my turn to go from round this corner. It wasn't a junction. I got the right of way, and I turned to go into the junction, didn't I? Across the road.
You had the right of way, and to be fair,
I had the right of way, and there was nobody in the road.
And I will attest this as your passenger, and there was two of us in the car. Ollie will attest this too. Everyone had stopped, so you could go, and that was the point.
Everybody had stopped on the side of the road. So,
but one person decided to run.
I put my foot on the accelerator, and some bloke decided to run across the road. Well, he rolled across my bonnet, hit my wing mirror. And he shouted out,
mitigate, you were doing about 5 miles an hour.
I was doing about 5 miles an hour, yeah. I mean, he came at me so quick. I've got one of those little things that goes, if something's in front of you. It never even had a chance to do that. He just ran across the road in front of me, rolled across my bonnet, hit my wing mirror, laid on the floor and went, "You hurt me." And I said, "You've broken my effing wing mirror."
Yeah, I mean, and needless to say, to Ollie and I wound you up the whole way home about it. But
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, Cole, joking aside, you were in the right.
There was no blood.
You're in the right. Even the Grimsby fans around thought the guy was a dipstick, so you had no recrimination.
And we went back the following year, and there were no flowers on the lamppost, were there?
Just on your bonnet. Oh, bless you. But no, again, if you can get to Grimsby, joking aside, it's an experience, that's for sure. But
it certainly is an experience.
Last time we were there, Harry Maguire was with us because
yes, he was. Yeah, he sat in the corner. Yeah,
sat in the corner. So you never know. We might get other
quite covered up though, wasn't he? I mean, he had a job to tell it was him.
It was funny though because I think Ryan will attest this, but Ryan was there as well. But we all stood up in front of Harry because all the Grimsby fans trying to take photos. We all stood up to give him some privacy, which he appreciated. But yeah, it was quite amusing. Quite amusing.
Okay, right.
Anyway,
so we're back next week. We've got Shrewsbury. We'll have 2 games to preview. So does that mean? No, hang on a minute. Yeah, will we?
Shrewsbury and Bristol.
Yeah. Shrewsbury and Bristol Rovers. So we might have a couple of.
It would be a double header, hopefully.
Yeah. And
news incoming.
All
news incoming. Yeah. We might have a special guest coming on in the next few weeks as well, but I'll leave it there.
He always says that.
No. Was that the email's here already? Yeah, the email's here already. Okay, cool.
Right, so we're going to have Shrewsbury, Bristol Rovers. Hopefully, we've got Luke Payne, Chris and Ryan, all the other stuff.
Yep,
we'll see you next week, I guess. 7:45.
Or see you Aki on Saturday.
Somebody came up to me on Friday and said, one of my mates said to me, "You've got to watch this. It's absolutely brilliant." I don't know why he was saying things like that, but he did, and he said, "I love the show." So there you go. There's the message. Tell your friends, get everybody else on, and
right.
we might start getting free clothing from the club.
Unlikely, Cole. Unlikely.
Unlikely. So we'll see you next Wednesday, 7:45.
Hopefully, see you Saturday if you're there.
Yeah, see you at Critton as well. That's about it, really. Say good night, Aidan.
Good night, Aidan.
Good night.
Come on, you dons. See you Saturday.
Come on, you dons. Take care.